That's not the smartest thing to choose. Also, yo, we're live. Yeah,
You wouldn't choose swag bucks over food, but you would choose swag bucks over human interaction.
but there's a difference. All I have to do is just walk outside and be like, "Hey, what's up, Big G?" And just let you think.
Big G. Who is Big G?
I'm using, Big G as a metaphor. I'll just have to go and say hi to him. I,
Who the hell is Big G?
I'm. You really want to get into this? Why did I use the name Big G? Out of all the names I could use, because Gabriel Iglesias taught me that.
Gabriel Iglesias, the fat Mexican comedian.
That comedian's awesome.
Yo,
Yes,
ironically, that comedian's on his gym tier shit.
So what?
He steals jokes and remixes them and
how is he
claims
so
credit.
famous?
There was like an expose of him on YouTube at one point. In fact, he even came out with it and says, "Fuck it, I don't care. Still jokes. So what?"
Yeah, they didn't let Carlos Mencia get away with that shit.
Yeah, but he doesn't still
He
know.
got his job
Gabriel
back.
Iglesias doesn't still joke.
And it's not uncommon. Apparently, it's not uncommon in the world of comedy for people to. Usually, they won't steal them as blatantly, but they'll remix it. But you can tell that it's the same act but remixed.
Wait a minute. People that steals jokes.
For
There
example,
is.
like
Okay.
let's say you made a joke about two men walking into a bar and getting hit in the face with popcorn, right? But then you tell a joke
Wait a minute.
about
Okay.
popcorn
First off, wait a minute. Wait
where
a
two
minute.
men walk into a
Come
bar.
on.
It's the
Just
same
use
joke.
beer. Use beer. Just use beer.
Lamar, you can't be interrupting people and you have a bad mic.
Okay.
Go
All right.
ahead,
As you were
Charles.
saying before.
Look, for example, let's say the original joke was two men walk in a bar and then someone threw popcorn at them, and that's the joke. And you remix and say, well, people were throwing popcorn, and then the two men that walked into the bar walked into the popcorn, but it was an accident. It sounds different, but it's the same fucking story.
What?
Told,
Okay.
told,
First
at,
off.
a, told at a different angle.
Okay. First off, we're gonna start from the beginning. Look, the joke would be like, all right, me and Bob were walking in the store, right? And Bob threw some popcorn at me. I went to Bob, punched him in the face, then I left. Then
Yeah,
I
but
took
here's the
off running.
thing, Lamar. Here's the thing with people that steal, they don't just steal one thing from one person or from one source. They'd have stolen multiple things from different people. So when you have that many instances of you stealing stuff, it's not a coincidence. Let's say it was just like the one instance, that could be a coincidence. But when you've got like 10 different incidences, it's like, come on, man, what is this? He's the Mexican guy, right?
Yeah, she's the Mexican.
Yeah.
Wait a
Lamar,
minute.
you need to do stand up comedy.
Nah, no one's been able to hear anything. But then again, maybe without a bad microphone.
He would use his computer mic.
Yo, Lamar talks to people in the street with his computer mic quality. Yo, his mic is perfectly fine. Yo.
He got a UK mic.
Fuck out of here, man.
Wait a minute.
Yo,
Charles.
Lamar, put the chat put the. For some reason, I forgot the word link. All of a sudden, like I literally forgot that word existed for like a split second.
It's okay. I forgot how to spell the word.
Not even spell it. I forgot the word existed. You know that shit when you're trying to say the word and you're like, God damn, what am I trying to say? Yeah, put the link.
Man.
Yo,
The weird
Chris,
thing about these live streams is that honestly, instead also please like the video.
No, why you ask for the link? Ain't nobody watching this shit.
Man, we got 3 people watching. You must have a comment. Um,
Lamar always coming up in here with his V-neck on.
man, you don't. This ain't no fact.
That is a
Wait a minute. Yeah,
that is a V-neck, nigga.
what is it?
Look at
That's
the
what it is.
look at the downward arch. Or unless are you making it look like a V-neck?
Lamar, why you
Yeah,
only one
like-
shirt, yo? Lamar, why you own like 2 shirts, man?
Hell yeah, he
Okay,
always
wait a
wear
minute. Exactly why
wear
not have
either that
the
one or that black one with the
No,
silver stripes on it.
this is his indoor shirt. The other one is his outdoor shirt.
Yeah.
okay, wait a minute. I don't know. Okay, the reason I got 2 shirts is because of this. Alright. I'm a big dude. Like I'm bigger than you guys. I'm pretty sure I'm bigger than Akis. Akis is probably wait a minute. Akis, how much do you weigh?
Till Keith's asleep.
Man, he always falls asleep in these
Did this
things.
nigga accuse to sleep at the beginning?
Akis, are you asleep again? You want to sing me a lullaby? You want me to use some warm milk? You want a bedtime story?
Could be worse. He could be snoring
Yeah.
like he usually do.
Not gonna lie, if he snores, it's gonna lower him volume down and call it.
Lamar, I'm gonna have to hook you up with some shirts, man.
No, your shirts won't fit me. You don't have big men.
Or if you would do some sit-ups and stop eating whole boxes of Chips Ahoy,
I do not eat whole boxes of Chips Ahoy.
except you do.
But I don't. But
You held up an entire box that was empty in the last hangout we were in.
right. And my dad had ate the box of chips.
No, he didn't. He
Yes,
didn't
he
eat.
did.
You ate it.
I wish.
Exactly. You
Listen.
see right there. You wish you did,
I wish I did,
which
but I
means
did
you
not.
would have.
I really wish I ate the box of Chips Ahoy, the whole entire box. But since I have that word self-restraint,
And then you held up a bottle of pills like it was okay.
this isn't pills. This is what I use for my diabetes. That's what I do when I'm done with the blood and everything.
What is that?
The needles, the strips.
So those aren't pills.
Those are not pills.
How are they not pills?
They're
Take
just
one
a
out.
remnant.
Take one out and show me one. Yeah, I can't see that. You gotta pull it up to the left. See, now you're moving it on purpose, so I can't see it.
Yo, people always withdrawing what you want from you out there, Prince. You don't like that, do you?
Hmm?
You don't like when people withdraw what you want from you, do you?
No.
You don't like being teased.
Yeah, I don't like people withholding twerk videos from me.
Because when I was with
12 hours.
But you know what's funny? Do you know why I did it? Because it was so easy to find. I'm like, if you can't find that shit, nigga, I'm gonna torture you.
Nigga, I didn't know where it was. You didn't tell me it was on Vine.
It was the first thing.
Wait a minute. Y'all were watching talking videos?
Yo, listen. Lamar, Joe Bacon twerk, yo.
I'm out of that conversation quick.
There was this chick who they discovered in the jail room the other day. I think her name was what? Little T or some shit?
Yeah.
And she was thick as fuck, yo. I don't care how old that bitch is, yo. She was even being thirsty in like pictures of her parents and shit. I was like, okay.
Yeah, she had a picture that said, "Shh, come fuck me."
Yo, this bitch was asking for it. So Prince was like thirsty like a motherfucker, right? Trying to get in on her Twitter and shit.
Are you saying he started doing some research?
He wanted to see her twerk video, which I was looking at. It was like the first post, so I withheld it from him, and he was like, like for like a whole day, like, please, Charles, man, don't do this. I need this thirst, and I'm like, nah, man, I ain't doing it. And I kept like alluding to it, and every time he just died a little bit inside. Fuck, Prince, how did you get me to give in? What did you say?
All right, yeah, this is been good so far.
How did you get me to reveal the link, Prince?
Asked you to go through your history.
No, but why did I do it? Because I was enjoying tormenting you. Why did I
Okay,
sacrifice
wait a
my own
minute.
enjoyment?
I forgot.
Charles, we got a question. Yeah, when
Yeah, go on.
a dude's asking, is it taboo to talk about the gym scandal?
Not when there's
I'm
like 5 people viewing.
gonna be honest here. I'm gonna let you talk about it since you have all the information. I
Yeah,
don't.
but I think if you are gonna dive into it, it should happen when there's at least more than 5 people watching that shit.
There is actually 5 people watching. I'm sorry, 6.
The 4 of those are us.
Just let me let me at
Oh
least
shit.
have something, please. Let me at least.
Wait a minute, Lamar. Why the fuck is the title of the video?
Yeah, I was just about to say something.
This motherfucker. This motherfucker. Yo, Lamar, who the fuck?
I was just about to say
Hey, man, I need to
Lamar
know.
firing shots? Is Lamar firing shots? Is that what this is? Is Lamar firing
No,
shots?
not fine. It makes the perfect time. It makes the perfect time.
Lamar.
I'm happy you're not my brother.
Shut up,
I like
Bakis.
how
You just
Steve
woke
makes it.
up.
Please, have you been dead the entire time or asleep?
Yo,
No, I was like I was in the kitchen, like
Right, nigga. Right.
walking around trying to like whip up a baby.
What's up,
Yo,
with
Keith.
this?
Whoop up, baby.
Yeah, whip up a baby.
I got the baby in the trunk,
Whipping up them white girls.
whipping up them babies.
Whipping up them babies.
Feeling like Tony Montana, the world is mine. I ain't lying. I got babies and pies.
Miles up to 380.
Making my money with them big fat
Whipping
juicy
them
thighs.
bowls, selling them bowls, whipping them O's like everything goes, nigga.
whipping the yam.
What does that even? See, y'all know more stuff than me.
Whipping the yam, whipping and flipping the yam,
Whipping
turn
the
the whole
fatty,
boat
whipping
to
the
a
fatty,
lamb, we
whipping the
rocking the
fatty.
dope. Soon as it get off the boat, treat
Listen,
yourself like a meat.
eating the yam, eating the yam. Put it on sandwich with ham.
I don't know what you're talking about, but I like
the
the
yam to
jam.
a jam.
See, this is why. You
Because I like to fuck that song up. Because
Yo, you niggas in the UK, yo. You niggas just be killing the rap songs for no reason, yo.
why you gotta hate on fucking on Britain, yo? Y'all niggas need to stop that shit. And just
Let's
bow down
not forget
to
they also did it
just
when
bow
they
down,
able
just bow
battles.
down, bow down.
Yeah, I
you
want
guys
to.
were defeated.
Look, fuck the Stars and Stripes. Bow down to the Union Jack, yo.
Please, you guys have an old lady as
Y'all
your
niggas lost because
God,
the dude
you have a
refused to
young,
eat.
vibrant person. Sit down with that. You gotta do this 34 years old. I got a lady that I think that's a dude that's
Get
92 years old.
get your scam artist friend in here.
I'm not getting into it.
I wanna give her a piece of my mind.
So do it not on my time.
Why not? It will make for an excellent spectacle.
I'm not going to put her in here with 5 lions, a bear, a zebra.
Well, who that is?
Charles and the Keys ain't gonna say nothing. This is gonna be me and her.
Yeah, but at the same time, one she's not on.
Wait, Lamar, which girl is he talking about?
Okay, basically, I have a friend of mine that does wake up now.
Scam.
This.
Oh yeah. Send her the link.
To my
Send
left.
her the link. Send
I'm
her
not
the
saying
link.
I'm not saying her the link.
Lamar,
She's not even on.
Lamar, that person is
What
a
kind of
catfish.
friend are you? You don't think she can hold her own?
I know she can hold her
Yeah.
own. This is happening.
That's a catfish. Wait a minute, Prince. Are you that naive that you think a catfish would join a hangout knowing that they'll be exposed? They'll make an excuse up to not do it. Think about it.
Apparently,
if you were
Lamar
catfishing-
knows her in real life, so
I do know her in real life.
I
Have
guess
you
she's
seen
not.
her in the flesh? Have you seen her in the flesh?
Wait a minute.
She goes to his school apparently.
No, but have you seen her in the flesh?
Yes, I've
I
seen.
joined the scheme.
Alright. No, if you've seen her, and she
Lamar.
claimed to be that person on Facebook.
No, she's not claiming. I know her.
So what if someone's catfishing someone in your school then? Then what?
I would never know if they were catfishing.
But if she's in front of Facebook, why can't you talk to her?
No. The reason is she's not on right now. I would only do that if she was on right now. And right now, she's not on.
Send her the link anyway.
No, why would I send her a link if she's not even on? She won't even read it. By the time
You
we
don't know
read it,
that. She might have it on her phone.
Prince.
Just send it to her, damn it.
Prince.
You know
No,
what? Fuck it. I'll send it. I'll
Alright.
send it then.
Go for it. Knock your stuff out.
Fucking scam artist.
And she's not. Okay, back to my original question.
Fuck it. I'll send it to her.
Woo. I like how they have lazy. I can't invite Uber. I have another friend on Facebook. And also, Jim is an art thief. He stole all
Invite
that.
who?
Yeah.
Who are
They
you
want me to
trying to
invite
invite?
Uber. They want me to
Invite Uber.
I
What makes you think Uber Hikari would show up in here?
I don't know. I have no idea in my mind why he would show up. But what I do know.
Here's a question I've always had about Ube Kari's hair. He has an afro, but it never grows any bigger. Do some people's hair like grow only to a certain extent?
No.
Because
He
mine
just
keeps
doesn't
growing.
comb that shit all the time.
No, because if I don't cut my hair for like
That's the
a
case.
long time, it keeps growing. It doesn't have like there is no ceiling. It will just keep growing.
That's the case with my genetics. Like, my hair only grows to a certain point just because of, like, my side of the whole family or whatever.
Yeah.
My hair doesn't grow that long. Whereas if you got sometimes it just depends on the genetics, yo.
Yeah, like, come on. When's the last time you got a haircut? Because I swear your hair's
Me?
like the same. It's like the same fucking size.
You know what? Shit has.
No. The last time I got a haircut was about 5 or 6 months ago. The reason is because I'm not trying to let it all grow. I just want to let my hair grow. I don't care if it's like a homo
You just can't afford to get it cut.
It's not that I can't afford it. I can afford a haircut. A haircut's $10 to $15. I can get $10 to $15.
And how much money do you have right now?
Right now, I got that. Wait a minute. I got that. What I got?
That's $10.
I know. That's enough for a haircut.
No, it's not.
Yes, it is.
You just said $12 to $15. That's not even
Right. So
Yo, Lamar, what's up?
What's up, dude? Yeah, what are you doing outside? Make sure slip.
I'm again walking home from a fucking party.
Who the fuck is this dude?
It's Thomas. Thomas from Europe, the one we were chilling with last time.
From Germany.
I don't
Hey, yo,
know.
aren't y'all playing in the World Cup, bro? I know y'all playing in the World Cup.
It's 3 a.m. in the morning right now.
You should be asleep. What you doing now?
I'm walking home from a party again.
How many parties do you go to?
Yo, partying is a big thing in Europe, yo.
Wait a minute. Are there any
Remember, I
black
told you
girls
guys, we're very socially left in Europe.
socially left? America's the more huggable.
So to us, a party isn't like, oh my god, party. It's like, oh, party.
So let me get this straight. Are you saying in
Yeah.
like, British and also in Europe?
That's why y'all parties be lame as hell anyways, yo. We turn up
You
at our
say lame because we're not crazy. Y'all niggas got party.
we turn up at our functions, yo.
Yeah.
No one's gonna fucking die for it to be a party.
Yeah, man. I bet y'all do. What do y'all do? Have little biscuits with sips of
Ooh, this
tea?
party is so good, I just might bust a cap up in here.
Yeah. I've seen American parties. There's them gangbanging niggas that just chill outside and rob the motherfuckers trying to get in.
I'm gonna bust a cap.
Yeah, turn
Nah, what you gonna do is bust the shit. Prince the kind of nigga go to a party and be that nigga holding up the toilet when there's like 30 niggas waiting outside. Busting a colossal shit. Or this nigga taking his time reading a magazine and shit. You're rearranging the detergents and shit, making sure they're in order and shit. You know, washing his hands
You
also.
just gonna tribute shit to me, nigga.
Cause look, I can just assume certain things about your behaviors based on your personality, and you know that shit. You know you're not denying that shit, are you? You know you're gonna do it. Wiping his ass on slow motion and meticulous, like getting every grain out there
Dingleberry.
cleaning out all the dingleberries, yo.
Dingle.
Yo, would you believe Prince has gone all his life without knowing that word? And I had to show him the light, yo.
Talking about dingleberries?
So all your life, what did you call those things? Like, what did you call a dingleberry before you knew what to call it? What did you say? What did you call it?
Shit clods.
Yo, guys, I'm off right now. Fuck Jim for stealing art.
Who that is? Is that Thomas?
Yes, it's me.
Oh shit! Look, the mean streets of Germany, yo. Let's take a look at this.
That shit lonely as hell.
Look, this dude is broadcasting live from Germany.
That's the loneliest fucking street I've ever seen in my life.
It's 3 a.m. It's 3 a.m.
Wait a minute, Charles. What time is it where you at?
2:24.
A.M.
Yeah, a.m.
Be funny if he got raped.
That would be messed up.
Yo,
I'm afraid.
I'm gonna hang out. Yo, fuck that, yo.
Yeah, man. He says they say they
It'll be
want you to
extra
try
funny.
their bratwurst.
Okay, wait a minute. This has to be addressed. Who is Jim Herd Nation in the comments? Who is that? The one with the Uber Hikari picture.
I
See,
don't
look,
know.
who is that motherfucker? He just says you are gonna get mugged, nigga.
I think he's talking about Thomas.
Most likely not.
No, in
He's
the
in
comments. In the comments. Yeah, Prince. Are you saying that as like an insult or some shit? Are you bragging?
Saying
Y'all
what is
niggas
insult.
bragging. Yo, them European niggas, they can walk the streets safe.
Yeah, nigga, that's why I said it's most likely he's not gonna get mugged.
No, but are you saying that as like an insult?
No, nigga.
No,
Why
he's
would
saying
that
that
be
honestly, he's not going to get mugged. Oh, God.
Cause there are them type of niggas out there. I've seen them, talk to them, and it pisses me off. I'm like, what's wrong with you? How don't you see? Like they'll criticize other places on the basis of those places as soft.
Yo, Lamar, was it water?
Yeah. Wait, how'd you know? Yeah, I spilled water. I love my
You're
foot.
not on a 2-liter Coke anymore?
No, I'm not on that yet.
Yo,
Alright.
Lamar, you might as well get an IV drip, put water, and then
Fuck
drop
Jim for
a bag
stealing
of
art.
sugar. You just
Fuck
drop
Jim
a-
for stealing arts, man.
He's not Norwegian. He's not Norwegian. He's German.
We don't take this shit in my country.
Charles.
You
Fuck
call
him for
this.
stealing arts, man.
Why
Jim,
you
you
guys
still
listen to
like-
dude?
This guy thinks we can just. This guy thinks we can just be the boom dambuya.
I almost bought it for 20. What do Germans use for money?
Euros,
Was it
nigga.
marks? Was it euros? Okay.
How'd you
I
know,
was about to say
Yo.
marks.
Look, Prince, I know you're American, but I'm not gonna excuse you when you say Euros. You know it pisses me off when y'all niggas can't spell shit correct. Let alone when you can't say shit.
You're the
correct.
one spelling color with a
No,
U.
no, no. This
Wait. What did I misspell? What did I do?
You said Euros. It's Euros, nigga, not Euros. It's Euros.
Fuck your currency, nigga.
Euros.
Are
Pronunciation.
y'all the world currency though?
Fuck out of here with your
Yeah.
dirty ass world currency, nigga.
Nobody give a fuck about the eurozone,
Fuck
nigga.
out of here with your American ass.
The almighty dollar.
Listen.
Yo, Lamar, I'm hopping off right now. Fuck, my phone is dying on me.
Alright, I'll see
Be
you when you
safe.
come back.
Yo,
Don't get raped.
Thomas, man.
I want to
Germany
make
is
a
not,
Slender Man joke so bad, but I'm perfect.
Germany is not that interesting. Nothing's going on over there.
What? Yes, there are. There are German ladies there showing off their Schnitzeldugans. Yeah.
Yo,
Yeah.
Talking
Harry,
about those big,
listen.
buff ass, muscular women that they be
Yo,
having.
German ladies don't shave, yo. That's
Yeah,
pretty
man.
scary.
You've never been with a German
Hey,
lady.
You go down there, you need a map and a torch, yo.
Hey Prince, we know one thing us American niggas do though, yeah.
We be poking out, riding in my sled. Good rain I grab. You got a slab, Charles?
Huh?
I know you wanna
Y'all got
ride.
slabs in UK?
Now go and have your pretty ass inside.
What do you mean? What do you mean by slab?
See what I'm talking about?
Explain what you mean. Give me
You
some
don't
context.
got a slab.
Fuck out of here with your American ass.
Y'all don't got slabs?
Fuck out of here. You're trying to set
You
me
know
up.
what it is.
You don't know what a slab is?
That shit don't exist.
The car,
Yes, it
nigga.
Nah, that
Fuck is a
don't
car,
sound like a
nigga?
car.
A slab is a
Vehicles
car,
over here.
bro.
It's called a vehicle, nigga.
They call
Wait,
them
no,
They call them
automobile. What are y'all talking about?
Locomotives.
No, old schools say that, not the young niggas.
They gotta go get coal out the fields before they can.
Is it
Yes.
in yet?
Hey, yo, I gotta repeat this comment. This dude just said I heard Jim's gonna get melted. Uh, I like that. Jim's gonna get melted. And they're gonna section for his art. I like that.
Yo, what?
Oh.
There's people in the
Look,
comments? God
Yeah,
damn.
there's people in the comments.
Who there?
Nah.
Who there is actually active? When was the last
Hey,
comment?
why the fuck Trayvon not in here if he's in the
I sent him
comments?
my invite.
He said he didn't want to be in the live stream.
I
For
sent
some
him
reason,
an invite.
Trayvon's in hiding. I don't know why.
Maybe it's because he contributed to Jim Nerd Nation's shit.
Did
Maybe
he?
that's
How?
why. He probably played a part in it.
How?
I don't know. That's for him to answer.
How could Trayvon possibly play a part in that?
That's what he's supposed to explain.
I don't think Trayvon could be a part of something like that.
Yeah, he could.
Really?
Trayvon don't give a fuck.
What do you mean Trayvon don't give a fuck? Trayvon ain't no criminal mastermind. Man.
Trayvon don't give no fucks.
What the fuck?
I'm just fucking with
It's you know it's Trayvon, right? You're making it sound like this nigga's got some Yagami type to his shit.
I mean, we don't know. He could be acting the entire time and be a
No,
journalist.
Lamar probably played a part in it too.
Yeah, that explains a lot. So Lamar, how's your friend Jim?
Oh, you know, like, I just banged his wife.
What's he up to, Lamar?
I don't know.
Lamar, please don't do that.
Wait a minute. Yeah, I'm sorry. Charles, let me rephrase this.
We are live.
I'm your child. I'm your kid's daddy. Yeah.
Lamar, stop that.
Damn. Nigga said,
Yo, Lamar, come
Lamar,
on.
bro. I told you.
Be civil, Lamar. Be civil.
That nigga went on his video and said, "I fucked your bitch."
Yes, I did.
No, Lamar.
Wait a minute.
No. You stepping out of line now. You have to be civil.
Listen, look. Okay, straight up and honestly, I'm just gonna say the most realistic thing here. Charles, being honest with you, bro, I don't watch fodder type reviews from that man.
Yeah.
His fodder.
Oh, I wouldn't say.
Hey, he's fodder. He had almost 4,000 subs.
I don't care if he has 6 million subs. He's fodder in my eyes.
But how is he fodder?
For 2 reasons. For 2
Now,
reasons. What? People just say and say what you want to do.
A fodder, an example of a fodder would be somebody that's like obscure. He has like 15 subs and like 200 videos. That would be a fodder nigga. But he wasn't like a fodder. He had almost 4,000 subs and the following, and he was known amongst the community.
Yeah, those shout-outs definitely helped. I mean, because look at this. If you could get all those shout-outs from all those people from all those different parts of the community and still not be big, then you're just doing something wrong.
But the reason I'm calling him fodder is because you can't do that to your, to your subs. To the people that watch you, to the people that actually care about your channel. You can't just give them the middle finger and say, you can't just be like that. You can't just give them the middle finger and say to them, these people in another group all around about me. It would be better just to be honest and truthful. That's the reason I don't like him. I don't like him because he could have cleared his name from the beginning to now. He hasn't said anything that makes any sense. That's honest and that's truthful. That's why I call him father.
Again,
Yeah.
here's the thing. Here's the thing about this case. I personally will not engage in like personal attacks out of nowhere for no reason. In it, I will only talk about the actual facts, the actual evidence that has come to light. Because with this kind of person who is willing to lie to the bitter end, if you approach it unethically, you're just opening the door for him to jump on and say, look, they're harassing you. Because here's the thing, when provided with evidence, where you people are free, like he's not from a YouTube video, for example, the Walter White one, and then you're saying stuff like people are doctoring the evidence on Facebook to make you look bad. But wait a minute, people can go to the original links themselves. So I don't get. See, that defense made it sound like he's thinking people aren't going to bother to look. Because by saying that, people just won't bother to look at the evidence because they'll be like, oh, Jim told me it was Photoshop, so I don't need to look at it.
But let's not forget that
Yet we have links to the original shit where they can follow up themselves and compare Jim's work to the original artist's work and see for themselves.
Not only that, you have people that sat here and watch you collect the evidence.
Yeah, and the thing that shocks me though is the claims like on Instagram, like, oh, I drew this, I used this technique to do the shading. Or when I think the most shocking lie was on the Zoro fanboy unboxing, where Zoro was like, oh, does the picture, the black and white, does it represent like the personality of this character? And he's like, yeah, exactly right, brother. I'm like, wait a minute, bro. Come on. Even if, let's just concede for a second that he traces instead of using Photoshop. To me, it makes no difference because you're still signing your shit on it or whatever. Let's just for a second concede and say he traces instead of Photoshop. How does that make it bearing on saying that you own the symbolism of that image? That to me is crazy. Because the original image was black and white in that same way. So for you to claim credit for that means you're implying to people that you drew it from scratch and you're the person who came up with the idea for it to be black and white like that. Is that not what that implied? And considering, you know, he always says I'm referencing, but anyone who's ever been to school knows when that word referencing is used, you're supposed to cite the original source. You don't just say reference and not cite the original source. Reference what? You have to cite the original source. Have we ever seen that? No. Will we ever see that? Fuck no. If he's to come out from this, the one thing, well, there's two things I'd want is one. In future, whenever he releases like a video saying this is out or whatever, put the original source, quote unquote, reference from in the description. You know what I mean? Put that shit in the description so we can see original work since you're quote unquote referencing. And if he's ever gonna like provide a proofing video or any sort of comment, you need to see if he at least can draw at the same level he claimed. Because he's claiming it like he's so good, he copied some shit and it looks identical. Like, so his phone is, I'm so good, you guys think I copied. Do you know what I mean? I'm like, okay, if that's the case, to prove your worth, since you're this good, here's a picture, draw it, and make it look fucking identical, because that seems to be your main defense. And I don't think anyone can achieve that level where you can copy it down to the follicles. Yeah. Like on Stannis Baratheon, even the hair follicles are in the same place. The follicles, like the beard, like everything, down to the little blemishes and shit. I'm like, come on. Artists all shade differently, and anyone who's ever traced knows that some of the details are lost when you when you put tracing paper over something. Some of the minor details you won't catch them. So you might miss like a wrinkle here, you might miss like a hair follicle there. We didn't even get that, and someone overlapped the two pictures over each other, and they were the fucking same. How does that happen?
Oh, you mean the video Shinlad did?
Yeah, someone had overlapped it before, and then Shinlan took it to use as reference.
Oh.
Someone, I think it was Anthony. I can't remember who it was. He took the picture Jim claims is his and the picture original, overlapped them onto each other, and it looked like nothing's going on. There was not one inconsistency. Now, if you've ever tried to copy something, like you might draw the forehead a centimeter or two differently, you might draw the curvature of the chin differently. It's not going to come out 110% accurate. It's not going to happen. Shit, I could give you a square to draw. Is it going to be the exact same area? Is it going to be the same? Do you know what I mean? No. If I draw a circle, is your circle going to be the same?
This isn't manga, man. You have no Sharingan to copy it perfectly.
Exactly. If you were like an Uchiha, then yeah, okay, I'll give you that. Which is ironic.
He's Kurolo, dog. He's Kurolo.
Nah, not even Kurolo. Like, because even Kurolo takes time to like study your ability and shit. He has to see it. I can't remember what
No, he has to see it. You know how it works.
Yeah, but Uchiha it just looks and that's that. He just looks at you and that's that. And what shocked me is trying to frame the people who have the evidence against you so that this becomes like a personal thing. So people are gonna be like, oh, it's a personal attack. But wait a minute, bro. A lot of us were your fucking subscribers. Like, he's making it sound like we just thought, you know what, let's fuck with Jim today. No, dude. That guy made a video, I think it was called Infernate. We saw that video. And we thought, wait a minute, is this true? And we looked into it. Turns out, it's a mountain load of evidence. And just as we were gathering
like his content too. It just pains me to hear that he just completely fabricated it and copied it off someone else.
He deleted the Facebook fan page, where most of the shit we're gonna be, if we're gonna find evidence, that's where the motherload we're going to be.
That's where the crux of it would be.
And then and that was also where the intention to sell. People who were intending to sell, to buy, they were being led there. And there was a store there. Now let me give you this question. Yes, it says under maintenance, but the fact that there was a store in the first place means something was being sold at some point or was planning to be sold. When there's a screenshot of a customer, a potential customer saying, "I'll buy from him," and he comments, "Go to my Instagram and my Facebook fan page," and he cites the Daenerys Targaryen picture and the Stannis picture because the guy said, "I like Game of Thrones." Those two are not yours. So how can you tell a prospective customer that and say that you weren't selling the stolen one? You know what I mean? That implies that if the person was going to give you the money, you were going to send them the Daenerys one and the Stannis one, both of which are not yours. I have a hard time believing that you can do this for this long and not be some sort of pathetic guy who sits there and wonders, how can I trick these people into liking me? Dude, you're a grown-ass man. You're like 35. What the fuck is wrong with you? Like, you're manipulating a bunch of children. Like, most of the people in this community, the watchers, are children. Not so much the people like in the content creators. The majority of the fan base in this community are 17 and under. Yet, you're fucking 35 plus. And you're trying to manipulate kids.
35 plus.
Trying to trick kids. Even like you can even tell that he knows his fan base are young because when he does his PSAs, that ain't shit for grown folks. He's not doing that for 25-year-old motherfuckers. Those are for the kids and shit, like who look up to him kind of situation where they subscribe to him.
Wait a minute.
How about his own kids? Like, what kind of values do you teach?
No. Don't bring anything like that into it.
Wait a minute. I just want to say.
No, I'm not disrespecting his family.
No, but let's not even mention them. As far as this being convinced, they don't exist. This is just about Jim on his own. No one else exists.
I'm trying to say something. I just want to say this real quick. To my friend that just got an apartment, my nigga, we made it. No, I'm sorry.
Nigga, you not living there.
I know, but still.
Dr. Slump, it's not like beating a dead horse, because this was supposed to be over. But the way he responded makes it where now it has to continue. Because once he said that you're lying and that you're framing him and you're photoshopping, if you just leave it at that, that's equivalent to saying, yeah, that is what's going on. That's equivalent to saying, okay, fuck it, keep doing what you're doing. Now it's like you must continue.
I have two amazing questions before anybody continues anything. Charles, does this mean two things? Wait. Okay, got it. 1, 2. Ha ha. Ha ha ha. Does this mean that one, someone can't put their art in the game without it being questioned if they really made it?
Now no one values any sort of artwork at all. Shit, I don't trust anyone who says they do art anymore these days. Like,
So you're saying they would have to make a video of them showing. That they made
yes, I don't care about any pretty words he has to say. I don't care about any apology. I could care less. You don't need to apologize to me. I don't know that motherfucker. All I want to see is can you at least draw? Because I sub to your channel based purely on your artwork. So I'm one of the people who viewed it.
I didn't subscribe to his channel purely for artwork, but I still find that what he did was an injustice.
Yeah, because
To some of the highest
You would
extent.
have to do something like Shadman from
And here's the thing,
Rampage.
Jerry, here's the thing you gotta admit, you gotta see as well. When he was sending the pictures to the reviewers and they would accredit him like, oh, hand-drawn images and all that.
He's
and they
taking
would
the sweat off people's backs.
He did it in one of those videos. Comment, wait a minute. Those compliments do not go to me, they go to the original author or whatever. He's just being quiet. For example, let's say you steal 3 paragraphs from A Song of Ice and Fire, and you go in a YouTube group and say this is your novel that you're working on. And people are giving you all this praise for the foreshadowing and everything, and you take credit for that without saying shit. This, like, come on. If you were just like showing them, you'd be like, wait a minute, guys, stop. These are quotes from A Song of Ice and Fire. I didn't write this. If like, do you know what I mean? Mm-hmm. That's equivalent to what he's doing when he's writing it or creating it or whatever he's doing is one thing. When people are giving you the praises, like, oh, like I think King of Lightning was like, oh, the way he drew the details on this, it's so good, he must have taken a long time. I didn't see Jim in the comments, wait a minute, don't say that. Here's the link to the original art. I just copied it. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, he never explicitly expressed that he copied from someone. And furthermore, this is completely off subject, but this live stream is kind of becoming oversaturated. There's way too many people. I just noticed.
People who aren't talking aren't counting. Only people who are talking are counting. You could have a live stream with 100 people. 3 guys are talking, there's 3 guys in the live stream.
Well, if we don't give 2 shits about what y'all talking about, this Gym Nerd Nation dude.
I mean that, and we're also going to talk about me entering in a contest to win $1,000 using swag bucks. That's.
But here's this nigga here in these fucking websites.
Yeah. Wait,
are you saying we're gonna get the websites?
All I want to see for this to end is for him to either one admit that he either traced or copied straight up, and apologize for that shit, because that's some deceitful shit. Because a lot of us believe that you were this artist, and there are videos of him claiming to have drawn them specifically, like SMX Wing. When the Stannis picture, he claimed specifically to have drawn this for SMX Wing, implying that SMX Wing likes Stannis, so he got a blank piece of paper and drew a picture for SMX Wing. He didn't say, oh, you like Stannis? I'm going to find a picture of Stannis from someone, copy that shit, and then give it to you and dedicate it to you. No. Yeah. So, to me, lying to like big reviewers to get shoutouts is one thing, but you're lying to people who are close affiliates of yours. SMX Wing was actually a close buddy of his through the Hangouts and shit. And you would deceive them? Like, for what gain? That's the thing that shocked me. And the way he responded to this whole thing just kind of shows me just how much of a bottom feeder he is himself. I think that was projection. Because when you look at the kind of people that are pathological liars, they themselves know the real them is worthless. No one is going to like that. So they fabricate things to make people like them and respect them and look up to them, because on their own, they hold no value. They couldn't get any sort of support on their own, from their own merits. Otherwise, why would you go to the trouble of not stealing 1, 2, 3? We've got artwork stolen from when he had under 500 subscribers. This guy had, like, I think it was 500 subscribers.
Yeah, it's not like it's a new thing he's hiding.
Yeah, 3 of the works in that 500 subscriber special have all been confirmed as we speak to be complete and utter troll. So how long have you been lying? That's the question. Let's at least see that at least you can at least draw. Give us at least that much. Because if you're not even an artist at all, then everything about you is a lie. Because even his setup when he's reviewing is like a little art studio and shit. So, like, how much of you is real? That's my problem. Like, look, the equivalent of what Jim did is like finding out that Uba Ikari doesn't really go to college.
Sure.
It's like finding out that really Uba Ikari is illiterate and can't even read. Imagine finding that shit out. Like, what? Do you know what I mean? Or finding out like King of Lightning has like a script and shit. And like he's got someone behind the camera who's telling him what to say and shit. And he tells him, say yo at this moment, giving him cues and shit. Imagine finding out that King of Lightning is like a quiet nigga in real life. He just sits there. Like, there is no hype in real life. Which obviously we know not to be true because we have videos of him at Sakamatsu and shit, and we've seen he is that guy in real life. That is the real him. This is some deceitful ass shit, this is. There's a lot of people, which is another thing that I don't like about how we handle this. The way he put his subscribers in an awkward position, where he says these people are framing me, even though he knows that's not even the case. So people, and then calling the people who look at the evidence sheep. And yet, technically what's really going to happen is this. The people who listen to that advice from him are technically the sheep, because anyone who's any sort of, the antithesis of a sheep is a skeptic. So for any sort of skeptic, evidence trumps any sort of emotion you might have or personal opinion you might have about a topic. You need to look at the evidence first. So people who are not sheep are going to say, okay, let's say they like Jim. They're going to say, these people are framing him or whatever. I'm going to look at the evidence and see what's going on. Then they make their own judgments. Not because Jim said I'm innocent, okay, I'm going to believe it. That means you're the fucking sheep. It's like, it's a very funny game that he's playing. See, he knows what he's doing. People like these are not only pathological liars, they're also master manipulators.
Wait a minute. So I just want to make a quick time out and say, one, GT, somebody says in the comments, yo, what's up? I think it's KO Curlin.
Lamar, why is that relevant?
You know, people in the comments.
Jim's Nerd Nation's bullshit, relevant.
And you know what's funny? I'm tired of having to...
Wait a minute. The only reason it's relevant is because I really wanted to just speak my mind and say exactly how I feel.
Yeah, Lamar wanted it to be discussed.
I just wanted to speak my mind and say how I feel.
In fact, before the stream, I was even saying we shouldn't talk about it. Because if we oversaturate this, all it's gonna look like is people just talking shit for no reason. It's gonna be quote unquote look like drama. And people are gonna ignore the fact. What is that?
That was William. I think he was getting
yelled at. Ignore the fact that there actually is evidence that is held here. And it pisses me off that this thing has to go on for so long, because this technically should have been over when Jim responded. If he had just manned up, faced the music, that was going to be the end of it. I guarantee you that by the end of 2 weeks' time, no one was going to remember any of this. But he chose to play this game like this. Now people are forced to continue something which they thought was over. Shit, I thought it was over. But then when he responded that way, I was like, oh, damn, come on. Look, and here's the thing. Everything in one piece. First, before getting all the evidence, had first defended him. Then when he got the evidence, he's like, whoa, what the fuck? But this is the guy who brought him into the community. Without everything One Piece, Jim the Nation does not exist in the YouTube anime community. He is the guy that brought him in here, and no one can deny that. I don't even think Jim would deny that.
Yeah, we should just stop talking about it. It's like beating a dead horse.
Yeah, Jerry, if you don't want to talk about it, just don't talk about it. But for other people, this is relevant.
I think I said beating a dead horse.
If you don't want to talk about it, no one's forcing you to.
It is.
But here's the thing.
Oh my god.
But Jerry, it's Lamar's live stream, and Lamar wants to talk about it. He's the one who was
how is it relevant? I don't think you wanted to create a whole segment talking about it.
But he's the one who wants to talk. If you don't want to talk about it, you can just be silent. The thing about this case that pisses me off.
No. Do you want to keep on talking about this?
No, but Jerry, Jerry, you've contributed nothing to this situation. So you can't say people who have put work in.
No, you're
you
like
can't tell people who have put work in. You say that like nothing's wrong here.
No, I know there's something wrong here.
Horse, man.
You're this kind of person, right? Where halfway through a criminal trial, shit ain't even over. You're like, why are we prosecuting this man? We've already got DNA evidence. Why are you still trying to find out where he wasn't? Like, you're supposed to go through all the process until the shit is over. The shit was supposed to be over. Because I'm sick of this thing continuing.
This shit up.
Yeah, that's why I was telling Lamar before the stream started. I'm like, I don't want to have to talk about this.
The only reason I want to talk about it is because I want to give my thoughts, my opinion, my personal belief on what this man did was wrong.
Yeah, so let's
most people think it's wrong, and most people think it's the same way. Why is it wrong? I don't get why it should come out of a different person's mouth when it's the same thing. I think what he did was wrong. This should be like end of the story. You don't have to explain what you think he did was wrong. I mean, shit, he copied another folks' work, and he's not giving consideration to the original person. So fuck it, man. Like, damn.
Exactly.
Like I mean,
Charles
I mean,
still
like
proves that
honestly,
horse.
I mean, like honestly, I mean, honestly, what can you give? What can you give? I mean, like all you have to say is that what he did was wrong, and bam, that's it. Like if everybody got the full story, the main thing you have to say is, all I think he did was wrong. I mean, like, I mean, like, people. This
That
is
is true.
skinny. I mean, people. This is the skinny to what Jim's Nerd Nation did. He just
But
he just
Charles,
used other people.
What happened to Gavin? Gavin vanished in the middle of this
himself,
sentence.
and that's in the story. I mean, like what he did was wrong. I can't say
Mm-hmm.
much. Mm-hmm.
Mm.
Mm-hmm.
Hear exactly everything you said because towards the end you cut it off. So you
I think that is the conclusion. What he did was wrong. Nothing else needs to be said.
Exactly.
It is a letdown though
nothing
that it didn't
else.
man up. I don't think we'll ever get a confession out of him, if I'm honest with you.
I truly don't care. I mean, like, if he can't fess up like a man, then shoot, just stay in the shadows. Don't say nothing. But if you come out, soon as you come out, making the video, what people gonna say? So I heard this story about you, plagiarizing using other people's work, because nothing keep bringing up unless you just fucking squash it yourself. You can't get rid of your you can't have other people get rid of your product. You gotta get rid of it yourself.
Yeah, it's one of those things where if he had come out at the beginning, this wouldn't even be an issue.
Exactly.
I remember who was it? Oh, that was Luffy the Super Saiyan. That guy didn't even like become a big thing. Well, it became a big thing for a while, but it became a little bit of a bigger thing the second he said, "I'm gonna talk," and then disappeared halfway through. Then it became a huge thing, and then he had to take down his channel and all that shit.
we haven't seen him since.
We haven't seen him since.
Did he take down his channel?
No, he didn't take down the channel. He just stopped uploading. He stopped. Like that channel
He just stopped uploading.
Stopped
He just stopped uploading, stopped interacting with folks. Hosting the main thing he said about, the reason why I wasn't doing anything because I have a test going on and stuff like that. I'm in college and all that stuff like that.
And what's fucked up about the Luffy thing is it wasn't even that bad, yo. He really wasn't really
At least
in that
compared
much
to
trouble.
this, it wasn't.
Yeah, the only thing that was really really wrong about the Luffy case, it wasn't even the art. It was the stories attached to it. Like, I started questioning, like, at least tell me your grandmother really was sick, because the story about the sick kid was connected to his grandmother, because he said his grandma was sick and dying in hospital, and while he was waiting, sitting there with her, a sick kid was there, and then he drew a picture for this kid. I think it was Kulava or something, and the sick kid was like all smiling and shit, and he's like, he felt so proud that he made this sick kid happy. Then he fell asleep after. Then he woke up and his grandmother was dead. I'm like, wait a minute, this is all tied in. Tell me at least which part of the story is real, because that was scary. I don't think anyone would lie about their grandmother's demise for Facebook.
I don't think anybody would lie about anything.
I hope that part of the story is real. But we know the sick kid part is real, because if the picture's not real, then obviously there was no sick kid. But at least I hope that at least the story about his grandmother being sick and dying, I hope at least that was real. Because I can't fathom somebody lying about that. That's fucked up.
We talking about Orbai?
Yeah, because the problem with the Orbai situation, it wasn't even the art. It was the stuff that he said on top of it, like on the side note. The context.
Yeah, the grandmother.
Yeah. I hope that bit wasn't fake, because that's fucked up. That's pretty low.
Well, I'm thinking it is. I mean, he disappeared.
Yeah, and it was related to the art of the Quilava. It was supposed to be, I think it was the same day, wasn't it? Where he was...
Yeah.
Yeah, and then he drew that picture. And here's another thing that makes that picture fishy. Sick kids don't walk around random hospital rooms and bumping into random guys, asking random niggas to draw pictures for them. What the fuck? A sick kid is an extremely vulnerable child. You're going to let him wander around, talk to strangers? Really?
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Because especially in a hospital, I mean, if he's already sick and fragile, someone with like a flu, he gets a flu, he's dying. Like, you know what I mean? So you can't really have a kid who's sick and vulnerable just wandering around the hospital like that. I don't know how American hospitals do it, but there's a ward for children.
What are you trying to say, Charles?
No, I'm just saying, like...
Charles always trying to preach
No,
this.
this isn't... Stop that. This isn't one of those situations. What I'm saying is in regards to, like, kids in hospitals in England are, like, in a segregated area. They don't
Same
mix
thing here, Charles.
No, that's exactly my point. So how did that sick kid end up anywhere near Orbe, who's a stranger to him? Because that's That's the part of the story about his situation, which should have been a red flag from the get-go.
But I mean, did none of you ever suspect? I mean, his stories when he was in other live streams, like
No, I mean you don't.
I suspected him. I'm not gonna lie.
No, but
the thing about the teacher sitting on his lap.
He hardly ever talked.
Honestly, I really don't pay attention to when he says his stories and shit. I'm pretty much doing other
I've
shit.
never heard him tell a story before.
No, but here's the thing.
He was talking about how some teacher sat on his lap and shit like that. I never believed him.
Wait, didn't he say that teacher got like gangbanged or some shit?
Yeah, and that his friend was banging a teacher and all this crap.
Yeah, and he came to his house while she was walking out.
Yeah, okay, now I see. So look, here's the thing that scares me as well. When people don't just steal one thing, but their whole existence is fake, that scares me.
No, he's the what's it called again when you keep online? He's a
pathological liar.
He's a
Wait a minute. You know what he is? He's a Toby. That's it. He's a Toby and T-Hop.
Shut up, Lamar.
Lamar, you realize you brought this upon yourself. Even though if you want to talk about Jim's Nerd Nation shit.
No, we're done with it.
Wait, but I don't lie. I don't lie.
Now you're done, Charles. Now you're done. Oh, wow.
Jerry, I said I was done ages ago. What the fuck's your problem?
No, man. It's like being a dead horse, man.
Yeah, like I said. Look, Jerry. Let me tell you something. Wait. Lamar and Prince. Can you guys tell Jerry what I was saying before the stream when Lamar was saying let's talk about it? Can you two tell him what I was saying before the stream?
He was saying don't talk about it. I still say, Jim, I banged your wife. I'm still gonna say that because I'm reckless as fuck.
Wait a minute. Whoa. Lamar's comments. Whoa. Lamar's comments. Wait, just a quick disclaimer. Lamar's comments just now pertain only to Lamar and no one else. We are not condoning.
Wait, is Lamar being an internet warrior right now?
No. We're not condoning personal attacks on the guy. Like I said earlier. This is only about the facts.
You don't talk about someone's family like that.
Him in that way is not good.
This fucking dude really just did that.
Yo, I think Lamar just confirmed Jim Nord's Nation.
To be honest, Lamar, I think you should apologize because that's fucked up.
Fucking
Yo, he just confirmed Jim's.
No, Lamar, you really should apologize for that. That's pretty low of you.
Lamar left.
Yo, he's lucky he has a messed up camera.
How can Lamar leave when it's Lamar's hangout?
He left his own hangout. Oh
shit! This dude really? Yo, Lamar pulled a Luffy the superset.
Nah, he pulled a Trayvon.
So that's what happened to Luffy. That nigga did instant translocation.
Remember what we were talking about, like bringing to a live stream?
Okay, while we are live, I might as well do this. Okay, Lamar's comments about Jim, that does not represent my views or anyone else's views. Those are Lamar's own personal views.
It represents my views.
Wait, what did he really say? That he would bang the dude's wife or something?
Oh, he said that on the video.
Don't repeat what he said. What he said was disgusting, and we're not going to condone that. This is not about a personal thing, because here's the thing. When you start attacking people like that, all of a sudden, you're reaching an area which is very disgusting, and you shouldn't be doing that. It's a very low thing to do. See, to say that when someone doesn't have a wife is all well and good. But when someone actually does have one and you say that, you're being disgusting, and it's not good. I know it's Lamar and shit. He's probably not thinking about the consequences and the ramifications of coming across that way. But as someone who actually is thinking responsibly, I'm not going to condone those kind of words said.
Yo, all I have to say is Lamar just confirmed it.
Do you feel the same towards abuse porn?
Okay, the only reason I'm saying, wait a minute, please stop. Okay, the reason I'm leaving is because I'm doing two things. I accidentally screwed something up on my TV, so I feel like an idiot right now. That's number one.
Why shit was fucking up around your house, yo?
I don't know. Like
you burning pizza, burning a mic.
Okay, wait.
Washing machine fucked up TV.
I only burned 2 pizzas.
2? Nigga, I never burnt 1 pizza. How do you burn pizza?
Because I was cooking it and then I left and it came back and 2 hours later.
You don't know how to cook for shit if you're gonna burn 2 pizzas, man.
Come on, how does a grown-ass man burn pizza? Yeah, that's a good question. Ain't you diabetic?
Why do you have?
Do you guys think I eat like large, gigantic,
Lamar?
Lamar.
If it's a small pizza, I mean, sad enough. If it's a small pizza, that's even more sad.
You still shouldn't be eating those things because you are diabetic, even in small quantities. Why take the fucking risk? You know you can lose limbs and shit. Fuck death. That's the worst.
You can go blind.
You can lose limbs. You can have all sorts of problems and complications. You can start pissing
2 years ago,
sugar.
I was having diabetes. I was pre-diabetic.
You're gonna start pissing sugar, bro. Sugar water. That's what you're gonna be pissing.
He said pissing sugar water.
Pissing sugar.
You might as well just get a bag of sugar, put that shit in water, and urinate that shit. That's gonna be you.
Okay, Charles. Wait a minute. The only reason I ate a pizza, it was a very small pizza. Okay, you guys are making
you lying, man. Small for you.
But it's still a pizza.
Lose a limb.
Small for you, Lamar. I don't trust you. I seen you drink
small like this.
Lamar, I seen you drink 2-liter bottles of pop, as you Americans call that shit. Pop.
Yes, I have.
Nigga, we don't call it pop.
What the hell's pop?
Y'all niggas call it pop. Y'all niggas
that's some UK shit.
Fuck out of here. We don't say pop. Nigga, admit that shit. Y'all niggas say
that's
shit.
the UK shit.
I think Americans used to call it that back in the 50s.
Yeah, he thinks we're like 50 years old up in this bitch.
Even old people don't call it that. They call it soda water.
No. Here's some fucked up shit Americans say, right? No.
I think that's the South right there.
Here are the 4 things Americans say that rub me the wrong fucking way. Pop, even though I now hear that's old. Okay, I'll give you that.
Don't say
pants.
Pop.
No, when y'all niggas say pants, that shit irks me the fuck. Oh my God.
And let me guess, y'all just gonna stick with y'all knickers.
When y'all niggas say pants, it kills me. Fucking kills me.
What you want us to say, bloomers, nigga?
No, man.
Say
trousers,
knickers?
jeans,
britches, nigga. You want us to say britches?
Trousers.
You want to go buy me some britches?
Nigga, fuck out of here. That is yet to be determined. Not all British niggas talk that way.
Cookies, biscuits.
You can't take them seriously.
Fat cooks.
Chips.
Fat cooks. Wait a minute. I gotta ask. Yo, I ain't gay or anything, but is it true y'all say fat cocks? Cause I still can't. Like.
Oh my God, Lamar. Okay, explain where that story comes from, because some people don't know what it is.
Yeah, I would love an explanation, because right now
it's a biscuit.
No, but explain the origin
isn't
of that
carcass a hot dog?
Didn't you say it was from Zimbabwe?
Yeah, it's kind of like a dumpling or like a bun.
It's not a fucking dumpling, goddamn.
No, but they get branded
biscuit.
No, it's a dumpling or it's like a bun.
Bro, we looked it up and we put them side by side.
No.
They were exactly the same.
No, but we call them fat cooks because it's the one thing. Because usually in Africa we don't go ham on oil foods. We don't like it when food's oily and shit. But with fat cooks, we do. So we call them fat cooks.
So you speak for all of them? Huh?
No, it's not part of African culture to like have oily ass food and shit. It's actually a Western thing. It's actually a Western thing where there's palm oil.
Explain to me that then.
Look, go eat like food in Africa, organic food there, and then you'll see why we don't need to spam oil on our food. We don't need to. Haven't you ever had like organic food and shit, and you've seen the big difference?
No.
You know in the West, I'm talking for Europe too. A lot of our food is like genetically modified and shit. Obviously, you know that. E numbers and all that shit in your food.
Shit, genetically modified.
Processed shit in your food, all that shit. That all takes away from the taste of the food. If you go anywhere abroad, I'm not just saying Africa, but anywhere where they're not doing that, whenever you go on holiday or whatever, you're gonna notice an instant difference. And you don't need the food to be like 10% grease or 50% grease if you go into McDonald's or something. It can be like
Charles, not all McDonald's food has grease in it.
No, but have you never bought like
salads? Salads, I'm not gonna lie, they are pretty greasy, but not all of the food.
Not just that, but on Super Size Me, they found that the salads at McDonald's had more unhealthy
calories.
Shit in it.
Yeah, they have more calories in
burgers.
it. There's a lot of sugar in it.
It's almost like they're screwing you over. Like, oh, you don't want to eat our burgers, huh? Here's a salad. We're gonna fuck you over with this shit.
I'm not gonna lie. Like, I don't eat salads from McDonald's. The only place I eat a salad.
You don't eat salads at all, nigga.
Wait a minute. I actually do eat. Look, I got salads because of this.
Oh,
you have a shirt that looks like a V-neck.
Wait a minute. Wait a minute.
Let's do
Wait
it.
a minute. Jerry just came up with like a genius idea. But here's the thing. We can't do that when Akis is not here, because Akis is one of the funniest niggas for that.
Yeah, he is.
He come on, man. He came up with this damn thing. he came up with, because it wasn't me who came up with that, Jared. It was Akis who came up with this.
No, it was me that suggested it though.
No, but Akis like solidified it with like he gave it lore. Jerry, you have lore, bro. Like you're gonna have a wiki like of the rumors that Akis has spread about you. Like you're inside. Like, were you there when Akis was making up like Jerry's backstory?
Making up the funniest shit.
Okay.
He's like someone he's a bicep that fell off. Yeah. For some reason, the day he said that, I was in stitches. Because I had like a mental image of someone in the weight bench going hard in the pit, and then like the bicep just jumps.
I don't
off.
understand how Akis could fall asleep on a live hangout.
Akis fell asleep 3 minutes
that
into
one
that
together.
Yo, it's the itis, man.
It's fucking easy. It's fucking easy to go to sleep.
Wake
especially if you're
yourself
bored.
up.
What you mean?
No, he normally falls asleep in these. He normally falls asleep in these, regardless if they're live.
Yo, were you there when you were snoring and it's like? Yes, I was like, he's having like a spicy dream or some shit, like, because he like breathe in for like a long time, and when he breathes out, he's like. And I was like, why is he? And I was like, I've never heard someone snore like that. It went on for like 10 minutes.
I just wanted to, let everybody know that is watching this video. I, Sam Pink, am going to enter in a contest to win $1,000. I believe I can. I can do it. It's because of, websites. I'm going to be able to do this. I really do believe I'm going to win that $1,000. And I already know what I'm about to do with it. I'm about to use that money to go to school. I'm about to do some good things with that money. The only thing I don't know is that I take out taxes out of $1,000.
What do you have to do, Lamar, to do the contest?
Every time I do ballot contest.
He conveniently froze.
It's as simple as that.
If you win, instead of paying for classes, get a better mic. And a better internet
I'm not
connection.
getting me no better mic. Wait a minute. Because of the websites, I got 100.
Which you didn't use to get a better mic.
Yo, I always forget it's more than this.
I'm not gonna use it. I want to buy a PS4. I don't care how.
You don't need a PS4. What are you gonna do with a PS4?
I'm not saying that word. I don't trust that word.
Lamar, for you to get a PS4, aren't you gonna have to swag
Okay, wait a minute.
The next 10 years?
I'm not gonna say that word.
Exactly.
What swag bucks? What are they gonna do?
No.
You can't say swag
I should be able to buy a PS4 in about 2 months.
In 2 months?
I'm not saying that word.
What happened? What happened to taking classes? Wait, what happened to taking classes? Didn't you say
I'm going to take classes?
Didn't you say the price of your classes were roughly the same as a PS4?
Lamar, for one, you just said that you was gonna win $1,000, and you said that you was gonna go back to school. You realize it's gonna take like the majority of your $1,000, right?
Right.
That's if you win it.
Yeah.
Yes. If you win it, you say you want to go back to school.
Wait a minute, I'm going to win it, baby. I got the Midas touch. I don't know if any of y'all know about this.
Lamar is so.
Got the Midas touch.
Dude,
Lamar is so naive.
Expensive, man. Dude, school's fucking expensive, man.
Yeah, that's why y'all niggas need to move to Europe.
This nigga always proselytizing Europe, bro.
Y'all niggas need to move
to the best thing on earth, man.
Y'all niggas need to come live in England, yo.
Why?
What if I want to live in Belgium?
No, don't do that. Don't do that.
What if I just want
Belgium is like our deep south. Don't go there.
He doesn't even know he's implicating himself in right now.
Avoid any European country that you heard on the History Channel. Avoid those places. Anything you've heard in like a World War II documentary, don't go there. in regards to Europe.
So technically, we
Wait, so Charles,
You know
yeah,
what I'm saying, but I'm trying not to say
Charles,
it.
are
But
they actually hostiles?
read between the anyone who was considered a hostile country, not an allied country in World War II, don't go
No,
there.
dude,
That's all I'm saying.
hostile. You know the movie.
Look, there are places in Europe where there's not even one black guy in their population. So,
Dude,
there is.
no,
hostiles.
there is. I'm serious.
You know the place where people go to get killed.
Yeah, there's places like that, but it's not confirmed. But apparently, it's like in the underworld. There. That doesn't mean you don't have that in America. Didn't you know there were some people?
Dude, I'm not from America.
I know you're not. I mean, your accent gives it away. But there was some people who had slaves in this day and age in America. I think it was like they were importing them from like poor countries. They don't speak English, and they had them like. Were they Chinese? Were they Vietnamese? What were they? There was some sort of Asian.
Oh no!
And there was like triads who were shipping them in by the boatload, and they were using them like literally as.
You don't know what to do that, and I'll do that right there.
Lamar needs fucking help.
Yo, Lamar's random as fuck.
And he is putting this shit upon himself.
Yo, Lamar's inconsistent, yo. Sometimes I can't tell what he's gonna do.
Right now, I just start giving.
He has a huge character flaw.
Yeah, this guy's part with psychopath.
Yo, I want to meet Lamar in real life just to make sure he exists, yo.
What? Wait a minute. What makes you think I don't exist?
I don't know, man.
Does your scam artist friend exist?
Lamar, I have doubts about this sometimes. Look, Lamar, sometimes I wonder if you're an imaginary friend or something.
Lamar, get your scam artist friend in here.
I'm not getting my fucking kids.
Look, Lamar, you're so ridiculous. You on a wiki of yours, one of your abilities is put down as Toon Force.
Put down I've never looked at my wiki page.
Lamar, how in the world did you give that man such credit? No, Toon Force is too OP.
No, but you're straight out of Looney Tunes, man. You're one of those characters. You're like Elmer Fudd type character.
Nigga, I ain't got no listen.
You shouldn't exist in this dimension. You really shouldn't exist in this dimension. Like you just don't make sense, Lamar. I don't get it sometimes.
Charles, was that an insult? I just want to know. Was that an insult?
That's not an insult.
Because if it was, then you did an absolute bad job at an insult.
I'm not insulting him. Wait a minute. Do you think this is like a malicious attack? No, I'm fucking with this nigga. I'm saying Lamar sometimes he's too random. Like I'm like, does this guy really exist? I've never met a guy in my life like Lamar.
Malicious. Are you before, man? I know you just joking with the dude.
I was gonna say, because you said, is that an insult? I'm like, no, I'm not trying to like insult him or hurt him. I'm just saying, like Toon Force. How can me saying he has Toon Force be an insult? You know what Toon Force does, I'm sure.
Yes, Toon Force is fucking OP in almost every.
I believe half of you guys are probably psychopaths. So yeah.
William, you can talk. William, you can talk.
I honestly think Prince masturbates to, love.
Charles, don't hit him. We don't want William coming
out. Lamar, you jack off the good times.
Still. What? Wait, you also forgot about the Golden Girls, too. Yeah, I went there. I just went there. What? I'm talking about the parody, not the show. There's a Golden Girls parody out there that I have seen.
Lamar jacks off to good times. What?
Yo, 1 out of 10 men are psychopaths, and there are about how many guys in here?
Well, William, you are the 1 out of 10.
There are 8 dudes in here, and probably all of us. So yeah.
No, you say that because you're one. You presume we are as well.
Call whatever the hell you want to call me. You don't know me.
Look, y'all niggas don't know this, but William got admitted out of a mental institute a couple of months ago.
So is this starting right now?
I wasn't supposed to tell y'all.
Yeah.
This the ration session now?
Nah, it's not.
What is a ration session? That sounds like
this nigga calls it a ration, not a roasting.
A ration? It's because of the key. It says
Yo, man, where the fuck's the keys? On the room.
He sleep.
I can't sleep. Like, I cannot put together. How do you fall asleep
Is
in this?
a Keith a narcoleptic or something?
Yeah, Keith is. I thought you were gonna say artist. Yeah, I was about to say yeah, he's an artist. Narcoleptic.
No, artist. Narcoleptic.
He has the AIDS disease.
You don't know narcolepsy?
Dude, narcolepsy is when someone randomly falls asleep, or they fall asleep often.
Like they could be like on the shopping, like in the shopping mall, and then just drop on the floor and shit. Like you start snoring. It's like you get random fits of sleep. Like
I mean,
it's like Tourette's but with sleep. It's pretty dangerous. You can actually die. Not of narcolepsy, but if you fall asleep. Look, if you fall asleep,
if you fall asleep, or you
in the wrong situation,
falling asleep. Dude, you're driving a car, you fall asleep, you're dead.
Yeah, or you could be bathing or showering or something.
Or you're standing up, you fall asleep, you hit your head, you're done.
Wait, Charles. I'm gonna wait till he comes back. Now I want to ask him something about his brother.
Yeah, Lamar. Explain the title of the video. I think a lot of people.
Why I put the title of the video? Because I gotta ask. I never did get the full story. What did you do? Did you do something to your brother, or like what happened to your brother?
Oh my God, Prince explained this story, and Jerry. I think Jerry was here as well. Jerry, Prince. What the hell? Why are you giving me demands for?
What you want, nigga?
You can't be more polite than that.
Yeah, this was the most popular.
Prince, explain the situation.
I ain't explaining shit. I'm busy.
What do you mean you're busy, man? You're in the hangout.
I'm busy right now.
You're not busy. If you were busy, you wouldn't be in the hangout.
Too busy to explain your story.
I'm gonna go out.
I can't explain shit. I can't explain shit in a summarized form. Okay, here's
no, I'm taking a quiz for a class and I'm passing it unlike you.
Man, see,
Prince, we ain't gonna roast the nigga. Goddamn.
Wait a minute, Prince. I do pass.
No, you don't, nigga. You've never passed a class ever.
I have passed several.
You failed remedial math multiple times.
Put up 6.
Yeah, okay, nigga.
7 classes.
Okay, you passed. Did you graduate? Let's
no, not yet. That's my goal.
Well, passing don't mean shit until you graduate.
When I graduate, I'm gonna graduate eventually.
I repeat, passing don't mean shit till you graduate.
I will eventually graduate in 2 years.
Eventually.
I don't want to hear no eventually shit, man. Graduate, damn.
You've been in college for 2 years and you only got 14 credits.
I've been in college for 2 years because I didn't know
that's bad.
How college went.
So. Lamar, that's bad.
Hold on, wait a minute. Hold on, wait a minute. Lamar, why? Okay, I gotta hear this. How come you been in college for 2 years and you got 14 credits, man?
Okay. So nobody will interrupt me before I say this. And GT, you at least deserve to know the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth. What happened was this. I spent most of my time, I don't swag bucket, I spent most of my time
Wait a minute.
taking remedial math.
Wait a minute. You didn't miss school for swag bucks, did you?
Charles, can the man finish? Charles, can the man finish?
Who's laughing like that?
Lamar.
Okay. The reason I only have 14 credits to my name is because I spent most of my time in the remedial math class when I should have just spent on credit. That way, that would go towards your degree. Now, the reason I had to spend my time on the developmental was because I wanted to get out the developmental to make sure any classes I take, I don't need a prerequisite to have. Okay? Now, this is the error in my fault, and I will gladly admit this.
Wait.
And if I get a second chance to get financial aid, I'll go better.
One question. What subject are you doing that needs math, really?
I'm just trying to get my...
No, this is the question. what course are you doing
CVS.
that makes you have to have math to pass?
The course I need is Math 151, but I have to take developmental
He's
because
basically
I'm not that smart.
Lamar.
No, the
I
question
take
is,
the developmental class.
Lamar,
To pass the developmental class to get into credit.
Lamar, he's basically asking you what are you taking up in college that requires you to have math as a class.
I mean, are you doing physics so you have to have math or what?
I mean, basically, like, what are you studying?
No, I'm just doing business.
Oh, so you need math for
Business.
that. So what? You're doing economics?
Yeah, just one math class and then I'm done.
Okay, now that makes more sense.
Mm-hmm.
Wait, what did you guys think I was doing? Becoming a stripper?
Yeah.
No, I was just
Lamar, you
wondering.
need to become a shepherd,
Like,
nigga.
what did you guys think? I was good.
Lamar, stop.
I'll become
Lamar,
the best stripper
Lamar,
you've
you need
ever
to
seen.
become a shepherd or a shepherd's assistant, nigga.
Or you need to just
Because
stop.
this shit is not working.
Dude, are you
Why?
sure?
So I can
Wait,
read
one
sheep
question.
around?
Why did you choose business? Why did you choose to do business as a course?
There was no math. The original degree I chose was systems information
Okay, but that's still
technology.
business. I mean,
Not units math.
no, Lamar,
This
I mean,
requires
why
5 units math.
business? Why did you choose to do business in college?
Why
That's what I
business?
mean.
Because look at me. I'm a walking, talking business.
Wait, what?
I'm walking, talking business. I can set
Lamar,
up.
Lamar, time
No.
out. Time out. Time for the whole everything. I know you did not just say that you were walking, talking business when you don't even know how to spend your money wisely. You don't even invest. You just throw that ish away.
Wait a minute, Lamar.
And the
How
only
you
thing you
get in
can do to
business?
get income is do
Lamar,
websites.
how are you trying to get in business when you think $3 a day is balling? When you spend a whole day at work to get $3 and you're proud, why are you doing business, bro? Business is the wrong qualification for you, Lamar.
Listen, the reason I'm doing business, what the hell am I joking? The reason I'm doing business is because business is multi-versatile. It's flexible. I can get whatever job I want with business.
Oh,
do whatever I want.
The whole point of knowing business is to start your own business.
Yeah, it's an ambiguous degree. For example, you can't walk into a
That's
sales.
not completely true.
You can't walk into you can't be an accountant because you have a business degree. You need to have an accounting degree. All the top shit has got specific degrees pertaining to it. For example, events management, hotel management, all those things have specific degrees. You don't just walk in the motherfucker with a business degree. Now, it's a very ambiguous degree. You have to specialize.
This is the main thing, right? Lama,
I know it's ambiguous. I know that.
Lama, this is the main thing, right? I don't get why a lot of people rush into college when they're 19, 20. At least take a year, 2, maybe 3 years off.
That's what I did.
Get through everything, decide what you want to do, then do it. Don't just go straight in because you make mistakes.
Okay, Charles, I'm sorry. William, the reason I rushed into, I'm sorry, I'm blacking out here. The reason I rushed into college, this is my personal reason.
Wait, Lamar, that's not good. You're blacking out.
Probably.
No, I'm not blacking out. No, I'm losing my train of thought.
That's probably the diabetes too.
You're supposed to take a diabetic seriously when they're blacking out. That is the consensus.
I do take my diabetic serious. I do my pills, my needles, my insulin, my other pills.
I saw you with that big bottle of Coke.
I saw you with a big ass box of Chips Ahoy the other day.
Yep, I seen that shit too. One time you had both. You had cookies and a soda.
That wasn't.
And one time he had a bowl of ice cream and 7
Charles.
Slim
I'm gonna be right back.
What's up, Anthony?
Hey, Charles, chill. It was diet.
No,
I don't mean shit.
Wait a minute, guys.
I'm trolling, bro.
But you guys know its diet is worse, right? You know what they do? They take the sugar out and they put salt in.
Yeah, of course.
Or they find an
I'm just saying because that's the usual excuse. They think diet is better.
That's why. That's
If
why
a
I drink.
corporation,
That's
if a
why I drink
corporation is
sodas
trying
like
to
that.
avoid you avoiding their unhealthy food or products and they're giving you their healthy version of it, stay the fuck away from that shit. If like you need to wonder why are they making the diet version? That's basically them admitting that the other one is shitty. And it's bad. It's still Coca-Cola you're drinking. So what? It's got 10% less sugar.
Alright, I came back. Okay, I came back. Hey, hi. Alright, I came back. I have a box of 20 grams. But,
you think that's
yeah, I got graham crackers in my hand.
You think graham crackers are any better?
Man, just leave dude alone, man. Shit.
Yo, Lamar, I just wanna tell you.
Lamar, I'm telling you this because I don't want you to die a horrible death.
Lamar,
wait a minute, Lamar. Oh, not Lamar. Anthony Stone. You have a group. What is Anime World, Anthony Stone? Nigga, are you there?
No, he doesn't.
He only got his mic when he wants us to hear a bitch getting pounded.
Yeah, this dude's thirsty as hell.
No, because he posts the page up that he says is his page.
Well, yo, Lamar, I just want to tell you one thing. I graduated from college last year. Right now, I'm working for the past year. I plan on working for another year, maybe 2, because I still don't know what I would really want to do with the rest of my life. After another session of working for a year, 2 years.
I'm working for another year.
I'm working on my backup plan.
I would have.
Just carry on.
Yeah, maybe after working for a year, 2 years more, I'll decide what I want to do with my life and not just rush in.
Get the fuck away from St. Vincent and.
Wise words, man.
Yo, are we playing that game again?
Okay, reason.
We're bringing a
reason I'm rushing.
Lamar, nobody can hear you.
Okay, wait a minute.
Nobody can hear you, Lamar.
Wait, before we continue, Lamar, explain the title of the video first and foremost, and then we'll explain the story behind it. Why is your video named what it is called?
Okay, alright.
Why is the video called Happy You're Not My
Nigga Lamar reminds me of Patrick from SpongeBob.
Oh, then Prince, let Lamar give
do it one more time. Wait a minute, Charles.
Yeah?
Lamar, instead you trying to get PSP to invest in Mike, man.
Yeah, he needs to really. If you're gonna live stream, your needs need to be audible, bro. Okay, I'll just explain.
Yeah, you have the UK connection in here.
Since it's incoherent. So what happened was this, right? This happened on Friday. No, this happened on Thursday, actually, in fact. My little brother was coming around the corner, right? And I saw him, and what he did was he stood there. He opened his school bag and he crunched up his homework and threw it around the corner. And he ain't know I saw him, so I just pretended like I didn't see shit. He came in the house and I'm like, oh, what's up, how was school? You know, the usual. And I was like, so, got homework? And he's like, no, we don't go homework this week. We don't go homework this week. I'm like, okay. Open the door and I'm like, oh, so where's your homework? And I started insisting. And he's like, okay, wait, hold on a second. He walks around the corner, comes back, and like scrumpled up, and he's like, oh, here, I had left it. I'm like, oh, you had left it. So what I did was I grounded him for like 4 days. And I said to him, listen, here's all you're going to do for the next 4 days. Just pure homework. I found websites and shit online which all they do is like homework tier type shit. And then I just like got like loads of those printed and shit. And I'm like, when you finish 10 pieces of homework, we do 10 more. This continues until you go to bed. And the next day, you do the same shit, just all homework.
Wait, dude.
Monday.
Are you sure you're not insane?
No, I'm just like spamming him with homework. Like,
nigga had him in the background crying, doing homework.
Yeah, he was crying and doing homework.
No, seriously, Charles, are you sure you're not insane?
No, look. Here's the thing you need to know. This is something where you have to do something extreme so they remember it, because this is education. If you let him fly on this one, he's gonna dodge homework again, but next time he's gonna be smarter about it. You know?
Nah, dude, you
wait a minute, William. In these crucial years of school, you can't miss shit. For example, we take away you learning addition. How do you learn anything else in life in regards to maths? You never learn addition. Or we take away you learning how to multiply or how to divide. These things have a domino effect. These early years of school are the most important in my opinion. Because without these, you can't understand anything later on. So I need to make sure he doesn't think it's a joke and start hiding his homework and slacking on his school shit. Because what if he grows up and becomes some ignorant motherfucker? It'll be my fault because I didn't do shit.
What subject homework was he trying to throw away?
Maths. He hates maths. Well, he hates maths a lot more now, I suppose. Here's the thing I know.
No shit.
Because today was a Saturday, so it was the worst day of it all. Because morning started, I woke this nigga up at 10 o'clock. And you know what I had in my hand? I had a pencil.
Damn! Why you do that, man?
Why you do that, man?
Nah, Charles is high. That's child abuse.
Wait a minute, Charles.
He's gonna start bitching at you.
William, I want to hear the rest of the story. Waiting for this. I don't want to hear the rest of this shit.
No, that's mental.
Yeah, I didn't want to hear the rest of it either. His stories are drawn out.
Wait a minute, I wanted to hear the rest of his story.
No, Jerry, what?
It wasn't me.
Jerry, what is your problem? This is some life lesson shit. Anyone here?
It wasn't me, dude.
All right. Anyone here who's a brother?
I'm not gonna lie, Charles. It was
no, anyone here who's a brother or a father, take notes. This is how you discipline a motherfucker. The cereal hasn't been eaten yet. The bed wasn't even fucking made yet. This nigga was still yawning and shit, and he's doing addition and shit.
Wait, Charles, did your parents do this to you?
Yes.
That's a great question.
But
wait a minute. His parents to ask. Wait a minute. Oh,
I think you forget something. You niggas forget how I grew up in Africa. In Africa, you get beaten up
for Africa.
You know how like you can be here, like in the West, you can be stupid. That's on you. In the States, like for example,
we're not stupid.
Look, let's say there was a maths test.
Whoa. You're a prime example of how the education system failed.
I'm not a prime example, but I'm not niggas. I said as an individual, in the States, if you're stupid, that's on you. No one cares. In Africa, if you're stupid, your parents gonna whoop your ass. If there's a maths exam and you fail that shit,
I like how you just feel comfortable saying that you haven't been here.
Exactly. How can you speak? How can you speak for everybody?
He makes assumptions. He
Americans,
thinks
Americans don't beat their kids.
What?
Okay, yeah, people think that. Tell you something. African,
no, it didn't.
Let me tell you something. To an African, what y'all niggas doing is child's play. That ain't shit.
My mama went next door and she got my friend Dad's belt.
Dude, your parents are
fuck all that.
Wait a minute, y'all niggas still using belts?
This dude does not know shit. Yo, how would you know if you weren't ever here?
You know what's some fucked up shit? When your mama would make you go pick the switch, and you would try to get a small ass one, and she would be like, hell.
Oh, okay, that's legit. That's some African shit. And here's another thing. What they do, like, there's three things. That stick one is one of the worst because you have to find the weapon of your own destruction. They tell you an hour before the ass whooping. They sit you and they're polite. They don't shout. That's another misconception. People say African parents shout. No, they tell you politely. Listen. In about an hour, I'm gonna eat my food. I'm gonna relax.
Honestly, I mean, in all honesty.
I'm gonna beat that ass.
Quick. I mean, honestly, quick fucking thinking that Americans don't get their ass beat, man.
No, but y'all niggas don't do it properly. You niggas using belts, nigga. They use power cords in Africa.
What you're saying is really ignorant. You don't know.
You say like that's something to be proud of.
Wait,
it is. Because let me tell you what an African classroom looks like. You're not even allowed to talk. You just sit there and you do work. There is no other reason for you to be in school. You're not here to play around.
Yo, Charles, doesn't it seem stupid for a parent or someone having to discipline their child?
No, but here's the thing, William, right? When I came here, I was 8.
Well, like all Americans don't get beat. Don't do
that.
But
William, when I came to England, I was 8 years old. The things I had learned in school were it was 3 years till I got it. The shit I learned there, they started teaching it in this country. I'm like, wait a minute, because they gotta like they're all soft. Okay, kids, the 1 + 1. The kids like, yeah. So you're taking you a long time to teach people shit because they're not receptive. But in Africa, because you're beating your ass and shit, you're paying attention to every little thing.
You're throwing assumptions again.
Because if you go home and you're an idiot, you're getting an ass whooping.
He's used to throwing assumptions, Gavin.
There you go.
Charles, wait, one thing.
You're throwing assumptions again.
Charles,
this is being stupid.
Right. Charles, this is the main thing. How come more people have changed the world from countries like North America, Europe, Asia than anyone from?
I'm talking about the general population. I'm talking about discipline. Say what you will about Africa. You will never say an African person is undisciplined. That's one thing I will give you. You will never meet an African person who's been to Africa, grown up there, and see them undisciplined. That is impossible.
Another assumption.
It's a very big. Let me tell you something. You say it's an assumption. Have you been to Africa, Jerry?
Have you been here?
No, but you're making
I have been here, actually. I'm here now.
No.
Respect is
No,
more important than Africa.
No, dude, but you're making assumptions saying that. No, dude, you're basically making assumptions that Americans don't get beat because of how they act cool.
Not all of you. Y'all niggas acting like Chester down the street get his ass.
Dude, a disciplined African would cut your head off if you believe in a different religion than them.
Yeah. Yep.
That is not true. No, they don't do that in my country.
I just kept my mouth shut. I was about to bring up
and William, the ones that do that are actually Muslim. Take note of that.
And they're still disciplined Africans.
No, but don't leave that bit out.
Dude, they're still Africans and they're disciplined in their religion.
The Christian Africans in Africa don't kill niggas for not being.
Dude, what are you talking about?
Religion.
You know how many wars have been fought in Africa against their own people?
I was in Africa. There was Muslim population and Christian population living in harmony. They were living in harmony.
Wait a minute. All right. Well, I'm gonna interject.
No, listen. William, wait, 1 second. In my country,
well, both of y'all,
Christian population.
Look at me. Be quiet and look at me. Charles, wait a minute. William, aren't you African?
Oh my God.
No, he's from the Caribbean.
Look, when I said Lamar uses Toon Force, now do you understand?
Okay.
If you mean if I'm of African descent, then yes, I'm of African and Portuguese descent.
If that's the case, then so is all your motherfuckers. He didn't mean it that way. He's saying it like you're African, like I'm African.
No, I'm not from Africa, but I'm of African descent. I'm Caribbean, just like how you're of African descent. Wait, Lamar, are you African?
I just want to say this.
No, Lamar's a Martian,
yo. Lamar, are you African? Yes or no?
Last time I checked, yes.
No, Lamar's a Martian.
You were born in Africa.
I'm black.
No, you were
not born in Africa.
Oh, Lamar is legendary.
Were you born in Africa? Yes,
no, I wasn't born in Africa. I was born in China, and I go by Xinbong.
Yo, if you're not born in Africa, then you're not African.
No, dude, I'm Chinese, bro. I'm straight up Chinese. You know,
you born in China,
No, Lamar was made in China. Yo. It's an experiment. It's a social experiment. Okay. Here's the thing. Let me tell you something. I've made some generalizations here. Let me just revisit them. First of all, when I said the main African people who do those things you're talking about are Muslim, I don't mean random Muslims. Because there's moderate Muslims in Africa as well. It's the fundamentalist Muslims in Africa and the fundamentalist Christians in Africa who do those things.
But they're still African, though.
Yeah, but those are fundamentalists. The regular Africans who are religious and Christian, they're actually living in harmony. They don't have a reason. It's only through the whole Afghanistan war that all of a sudden it's become a big ass issue. Before that, there was no reason for the two to have the king.
To me, Africa is mostly an overly religious country.
That is true.
A lot of
but do you know how it got so religious? A lot of missionaries went there and made it that way.
Yeah, but
Africa is not a fucking country. God damn it.
I know, but leave him alone. He don't.
Damn.
These niggas don't know. Just leave him.
Wait,
But here's the
Africa
thing.
is a
It's a
country.
continent. It's a continent.
Well, yeah, that's what I mean. It's a continent.
Yeah. So, but here's the
But
thing.
wait.
A lot of missionaries have gone there and just went ham and like made sure that every motherfucker is a Catholic or something.
Wait,
Shit.
Charles, this is the thing, right? If you're
I
a
have
disciplined
one
African, shouldn't you be religious?
That's why that's the contradiction.
Ooh.
If you're forgetting something. I left when I was 8.
So
If I
what?
grew
No,
up there-
this is
if
the
I
thing,
grew
right?
up there as like into a teenager,
Dude,
I
but
probably
this
would
is
be.
the thing. You just said that you came to Europe when you were 8, and you still have a lot of the stuff from Africa, even from
He's
them.
claiming, baby.
No, because they instill it in you so young. Like it's not like they wait till you're 20. Okay, now we're gonna teach you to have pride in your
So
country.
you
They
still
teach you
believe
that
in
shit from
the
early.
discipline, right, Charles? You still
Maybe-
believe in the discipline and
No,
all the values.
they were beating my ass even yet.
Okay, so
Wait a
then
minute,
why
wait a
are
minute,
you
wait a minute.
religious
Stop,
anymore?
stop. I just want to say this. I just need to say this. Charles, you are right. You did make an assumption, accusation, whatever you call it. The word slips my tongue, my
I
mind.
admit
Listen,
earlier.
no,
So
wait a
general-
minute. Let me finish. Let me finish first, and then you say it. Listen, all of us in this hangout, we're in our butts kicked. I don't know about a kiss, but all of us in this hangout have gotten our butts kicked. Whoops. We have got some weapons, some extension
You
cords,
ain't
some
been hit by
belts,
no cord. Look,
some
you don't count. To me, you don't count until you've had one of these two. One, you've been made to go fetch a stick for your own ass whooping.
Thank you.
Wait. Let me add more to
Mama
that.
did it
If you've never had that said speak break, you've never had your ass whooping. If the stick that was
See,
hitting
you're wrong about that. because
broke
your
off
parents-
on your motherfucking
Wait a minute,
ass,
you're wrong about that.
you ain't had. Wait. Let me finish. 2, if you ain't been hit. If you ain't been hit with an electric cord or some obscure household item,
Bro.
you ain't had your ass.
Oh, that definitely happened to me.
About African
That
discipline.
happened to me too, but I don't believe in it. I honestly won't beat my kids. I won't.
No, neither will I. It's a very flawed.
Dude, you're already committing mental abuse by having the
No,
force.
but I ain't beating nobody's ass.
Yeah, but you're
This is the point.
forcing the dude to do stuff over and over. That's mental abuse.
This is education. Look, Prince, were you here when I explained what I was foreshadowing by leaving this alone? How this could become a bigger issue?
Mm-hmm.
Because education is one of those things where if you let someone think it doesn't matter that early, he's fucked in life.
Dude, don't spot. Just all I have to say is don't ruin his childhood.
Wait a minute, William. I have a responsibility to make sure he understands that you can't be taking education for a joke. He wanted to go out on a water fight and shit. These kids came, these friends knocked. No, like, yeah, we're gonna go play with water. And they had super soaker type shit. And this nigga looked at me. I looked at him, and I'm like, I'm gonna go print some shit off. You better close that door.
Yo, I mean,
Look, that's the one time when my resolve. Look, that's the one time when my resolve was shaking, because I could hear them fucks outside playing and shit, and he's looking at me and I'm printing, and he's like, from now on, I think whenever he hears the printer sound, he's not gonna be happy.
Nah, Charles, you're evil.
Because like, you know the awkward moment when he's finished and then he hears the printer and I'm just staring at him. I'm like, there's more shit coming. You're celebrating finishing, but you don't know that I'm printing new shit for you. I'm like, this doesn't
I'm
end.
not gonna lie, Charles. You're worse than a slave in that skill.
No, you niggas don't get it. When one day you'll tell me, like, I never knew education.
You don't get it. You understand.
That's the extreme opposite of a slave master.
Wait a minute. So
They wouldn't let you get books to read.
Spamming you with education is evil?
Dude, if I was your brother, I'd be kicking your butt right now.
sorry,
You can't make me read. I ain't never gonna
Dude, you're messing the kid.
With education, William. What the fuck?
You can't force me to read a book. If I was your brother, we'd be fighting.
Lamar, I can very well force you to read a book.
You can't force me to do anything. You're not like Eisen. You can't.
Lamar,
What's the last book you read?
Lamar,
I'm too simple-minded.
Lamar,
What? Yeah.
I'll print some shit off for you, Lamar. and
hell no.
You email it back to me. And as soon as your email receives, I'll email you, and you do that shit.
Lamar, what's the last book you read?
What type of weed?
What's the last book you read?
Wikipedia.
The last book I read. You guys are gonna laugh at me. The last book I read was How to Kill a Mockingbird.
Nigga, that's in high school.
Man, I didn't get that in my.
Nigga, that's 10th grade.
Wait a minute. Let me give you a piece.
Yeah, dude, that's
Kill a Mockingbird.
Let me
We
give you
read that shit in 10th grade, bro.
Wait, did you guys do Animal Farm in 1984?
Like,
Yeah, we did Animal Farm in 1984 too.
Did it also explain the messages?
No, Charles, they just let us read it.
Charles, let's forget this shit
Not
about
explain
education.
Yeah, like it's kind of insulting how he thinks. I don't know. What do you think America's like, man? Do you think it's all
Guns
about
and Bibles? Guns and Bibles, pretty much.
That's only a select area in our country. It's not all about that, but whatever.
Oh, and rednecks. Wait, rednecks screaming in the moonlight, shouting "America!"
But wait, on what you
What I think about British is people just sipping teacups.
Sipping teacups,
You can have your America and your guns and Bibles and
fucked up teeth.
We glad to have tea in public.
Those people are the minority, nigga.
Yo, you're being an education Nazi, no offense.
I take that as a compliment. Thank you very much, William. See, that means I'm doing something right.
Watch. What you don't know about development of kids is that they usually tend to go the opposite way when you try to push them towards one place.
Not on my watch.
I'm warning. Yeah, okay. Keep on thinking that.
Wait, you niggas are saying that this is an everyday thing.
Jerry, what Alan Jones say about punishing kids?
Wait a minute, y'all niggas are saying this is an everyday thing.
Beating them. I don't know.
No, nothing like that. Nothing like that.
Charles, you have the same mentality as the left wing, or is it the right wing? Yeah.
No. Look, I'm proud to have had that done to me because it helped me as a person. Because I think respect is extremely important. But
nothing to do with left.
That shit was fun.
I'm betting
right now. That shit was not fun. No, wait a minute. That shit was not fun. So I will not do it to any of my kids or my brother.
Charles.
Instead, I'm gonna spam motherfuckers with education.
Charles, I'm betting right now that anime and manga have made you a better person than that shit.
No, they haven't.
Wait a minute, William. I'm about to send you
Prince. William. Look, if I could take one of them ass whippings away, I wouldn't.
Are you crazy? I would take all the ass whippings I got away in an instant. What's wrong with you?
Because here's the thing, when you got those, you had fucked up, and I had fucked up when I got those. You come home with a D, nigga. Now I hate seeing that shit. I'm pissed off when I get a C. I'm like, what the fuck did I do? And where did I learn that? Where did I learn that? I learned that from those ass whippings.
No, seriously, a child abuse or physical punishment isn't necessary to discipline a child. It's just
that's why I'm not using it. You can spam homework, nigga. That shit works.
And that's mental abuse in its own way. It's not necessary.
What the fuck? It's education.
Dude, you're talking about forcing the kid to keep doing stuff over and over day after they're waking him up at the middle of the morning to start.
But these are different subjects. You're forgetting something. I'm finding different subjects.
Dude, what am I forgetting?
There'll be some math shit, there'll be some geography, there'll be some English in there.
You're giving him no breaks at all. He's gonna hate this.
Kid, how old is he? Dude, how old is this kid?
10.
But you should work for Child Protective Services, dude, right now, because you're sounding like him.
What the fuck? In England, they'll give me a medal. Are you crazy? What, sir? We have a report of education, extreme education. What are they doing? They're making him learn. I know you guys are Americans, so to you, oh my God, they're learning.
Dude, England is one of the worst countries. They invaded dozens of countries throughout history.
But you can never say they're not educated. I'm sorry.
Dude, England is packed some of the most stupid people.
No, England has the top 10 best public school systems in the planet.
Well, the average people of England are stupid.
No, they're not. Do you live in England? Look, here's the thing about countries and peoples you need to know. Social economic status is very related to that. People who are quote unquote stupid, a lot of them are of the lower end of the socioeconomic spectrum. And that's also because of opportunities to actually learn. A lot of places where the schooling system is top heavy, where the rich have all the benefits in terms of schooling, of course that's going to be the case. But in England, the public school system, I think I've explained this to Prince. If you live in a suburban area and you go to a public school, it's the very same funding and facilities and opportunities as kids that go to public schools in urban areas. There was a study done about the English school system which found that children in England who go to public school weren't even that better off than the children in the public school system. Which the public school system was adequate, that even if you were paying thousands and thousands a year, you still were not that much better off in regards to ending up in university, getting a degree or master's or a PhD or whatever, than getting employment. That's how good they were. It's very fair. You could be a poor motherfucker, but if you work hard in school in England, you still can succeed, regardless of your background. Whereas in America, I think Rick Perry, they were shutting down schools in poor areas and shit. I remember this scandal. And they were saying, why are you shutting down only the schools in given areas? Like, why are you shutting down schools in these areas when these people already have disadvantages? Obviously, now they're not only poor, but they're uneducated. It's a very bad mix.
Charles, that's why he's out and we're trying to get Wendy Davis in.
No, but you can say whatever you want about England, but trust me on this. You can never diss us for our education system.
Charles, let me ask you something. If you were to have a daughter or son or whatever, and they were to eventually tell you they want to marry someone who isn't as educated as they are, or has
no, I'm not having that. I'm not having that.
Yeah, I knew you would say that.
My child is not marrying anyone with less than a doctorate.
Dude, I knew it. You would say that. That's why.
I'll close the door on a motherfucker. I'm not even asking him his name. I'm asking him what his education is first before I ask his name.
What are you talking about? So there's no, okay.
Dude,
education is very important for someone. Let me make this clear. But it's not everything for one person.
I think you guys forget the part where I said I was from Africa. I've seen what an education can do to you. Extreme poverty. That's what a lack of education will do to you. Education.
Some people who education is just not for them.
Why do you think our country is fucked up right now? Because our populace is not educated and informed.
Prince gets it. Prince fucking gets it.
I get that.
They don't know how to interact with the fucking government.
Let me tell you something.
What they want.
If you've ever witnessed extreme poverty, like extreme poverty, extreme suffering, where the only way that person could have gotten out is if he had an education, you would understand.
Okay, but what about all
the West? People get complacent. They feel like education is an option. Man, I might get educated. Man, maybe I will, maybe I won't. Because you have that option. Okay. You have that security blanket.
Prince, this is for Prince.
I've seen what it can do to people when you don't have education.
Prince.
You get into extreme poverty.
This is for you. That. What about all the well-educated people in America that for sure you guys know, whether they are the presidents, senators, whatever, you know that they're just totally stupid. Education or not, they're just
education and intelligence are two separate things.
Yeah, but this is the thing. They're well educated, but that doesn't mean they're good people. That doesn't mean.
Look at Bill O'Reilly. Look at Bill O'Reilly. This nigga went to Harvard. He's dumb as fuck. This nigga is dumb as fuck.
George W. Bush went to Yale.
Well, yeah, that's true. But here's the thing about some of these kids, why they're so dumb, right? They're just being sent there. They're not really working to get there. They're getting there because daddy's got money and daddy went to Yale. So,
okay. So Charles, what if the person your child wants to date has less money than you? What if they're intelligent people, but they just never got the chance to go away to study?
Then they can walk the fuck out of my house.
Oh my God! What's that?
Look. There's a thing we say in England. I don't know if you guys have heard this. Education without application is a fool's errand. Have you guys ever heard that?
No.
They say that to us in school. So if you're saying you're educated or whatever, let's say you know those people in the street corners. I'm sure you guys have these in England, in America as well. They'll be like in the street corners and shit with conspiracy theories and shit. Yeah, these niggas know everything under the sun about their given conspiracy theory. They know dates, times, which politician did what at what time, who farted in the wind in the middle of the night and shit. They know all that shit.
Jerry.
They got degrees or whatever, diplomas, but that nigga is broke, unemployed, can't hold a job. Like, what is the point of that education then? There needs to be some sort of application of that education. Otherwise, it's just a fool's errand. For example, Lamar with his business.
Very intelligent people without education, though.
Well, like I said, intelligent. I said so.
So what would you say if like a Bill Gates type character?
5 minutes ago, I said this.
Dude, if a Bill Gates guy came to Charles' daughter, Charles would suck that strap.
No, I said
Bill Gates wasn't a fucking moron.
Prince, did I not just say a couple of minutes ago, intelligence and education are two separate things?
Right.
No, but you said anyone who wasn't educated, though.
You guys know about the guy who owns Virgin? A British guy, mind you. He didn't go any further than the normal British school system. By normal means in Britain, he was actually uneducated. This nigga was an entrepreneur, though. Not because he learned anything in school. He was just intelligent, not education-wise, just intelligent. Like I said, intelligence and education, two separate things. He was able to spot a gap in the market and take advantage of it, and boom, he's a billionaire now.
So what, do you want to accept him?
If I met him prior, I would have been the guy that says, fuck out of here, nigga. Come back when you own Virgin Megastore. Then you can marry my daughter.
Charles, I would be that guy.
I don't give a fuck about what Charles said. I'm a take her by force.
No, I'll be like, listen. I'll be like, listen. There's plenty of other idiots out there with children. Go marry one of them.
Yo, Charles, I'll see your daughter. I'll make her fall in love with me. And
love doesn't exist to me. All I want to know is what is your degree. I could care less if the two love each other.
Dude, I'll tell you.
I'll be like, oh, you two. I'll be like, you two love each other. Fuck out of here. I'll be like, oh, you two. You two can't stand.
Dude,
what if he has a degree in homeopathy, Charles?
I'll tell you my degree
is in. I will kick his ass first.
Well, you'll kick my ass and your daughter would be more into me.
Oh, William, you'll be in my basement by the end of the night.
That hasn't even been born yet.
I can't imagine Charles putting his hands on anyone.
Yeah, Jerry, you clearly don't know me very well, Jerry. I actually used to be a very bad person. I've actually changed a lot now to what I used to be.
Wait a minute. I just want to say, all right, you guys, I have a question. I want to keep this going until 12, and then at 12 o'clock we end it. Yeah. But I have a question. Charles,
ask it, nigga.
Did you really used to be angry? Like,
look, I've explained my
angry. There's a follow-up question to this question. So the reason
I've explained my origin story to niggas in Hangouts.
Yeah, but you know, I never knew your. Look, your origin story is your mom, your dad, they had sex, you came. That's the origin story.
Wait a minute, you ain't gotta say all that shit, nigga. Goddamn.
True,
I never heard your origin story. My interest is piqued.
Whoa. Your body's not right.
Yo, Jerry doing them Hisoka level. Like, go.
But seriously, are you the last son of Krypton?
Am I the last son of Krypton? Listen.
Yeah.
Jor-El came out of Mind Nut.
Whoa.
No, but here's the thing. I come from a big family. And what's ironic about this thing I'm talking about education? That's exactly how my family came up. If you go 2 generations to my family, they were only farmers.
How's your economic standing right now?
That's what I'm talking about now. If you go back 2 generations in my family, they were just mere farmers in the middle of Africa.
Okay, so
what you guys would consider just a farmer in America, in Africa, when you're a farmer, you still own acres of land. What you don't have is financial stability in regards to paper money, but you have assets in regards to land, cows, chickens, etc. So you could live off the land. You never have to handle money for the rest of your life.
But you still subsistence farming.
Yeah, and also we have a system where let's say you're a farmer and you have cows or milk or whatever. You might not even need to use money to get certain things. You could just barter, and because everyone needs milk and whatever at some point in their life. So if you walk into a shop, it's different because we don't have corporations like where, for example, if you walked into a local retail supermarket in America and you're a farmer, you can't walk in there with your eggs and shit and make a purchase. Like, do you know what I mean?
It's not legal. It's not legal tender.
Yeah. Exactly. Whereas in Africa, but I don't know. This might not be the case in every part of Africa.
Dude,
like if you go in the city, even in my country,
I'm not bartering shit.
Yeah. No, but that happened. That's something that happens.
Dude, have you ever heard about a girl that masturbated using an egg?
Wait a minute, William. That story was not true. It can't.
It was precious.
It was obviously fabricated.
But I did enjoy like a good moment of shock when I first read it.
But seriously, it was precious.
Boiled? Yeah. And here's the thing that scared the fuck out of me. Why would you look in your kitchen, look at the eggs and think, you know what I'm gonna do tonight? I'm going ham with that egg.
Dude, are you serious? People think of a lot of stuff.
And what I want to know is, how did you go to bed with that egg stuck in there? Like, and then go to school? Yo, that's
Did you see
scary.
the picture? Did you see the video where the dude was getting head from a fish?
What?
Oh, he didn't see it.
Link.
Yo, Jerry, you're disgusting. You said Link.
Hey, yo,
Jerry
this is what I'm gonna do.
Jerry needs to add that to his fat list.
Booty. All right. I'm just gonna keep going till 11:30, and then at 11:30 I'm done.
Let's just end it now. I feel the steam coming off. Like, you know what I mean?
Wait a minute.
I mean, I wouldn't now, but I want to ask Charles something. I might get a long answer, so no offense. Dude,
You're
no
talking to me.
offense.
You're gonna get a long answer for everything.
I'm cool with that right now.
You get a long answer
dude,
if you
no
ask me
offense.
what. Look, you get a long answer if you ask me what time it is.
I mean,
Most niggas will just tell you what the time it is. I'll tell you all sorts of shit.
I'm not trying to be mean, but you do sound like the typical African that I've heard about. No offense, but you do sound like the typical African I heard about, the one that does the cows and.
Fuck out of here, Prince. Fuck out of here.
Oh my God, it's so wet.
I was hoping you would think it was Jerry that did that.
This time for Africa.
Wait a minute, Jerry. You have no leg to stand on. You're from Haiti, nigga. Get your juju ass out of here.
Nigga say Haiti.
He said Haiti. My parents
nigga is a Haitian.
I was born here, man.
No, you see, like, let me tell you something. Being an African, I recognize these little tricks. Let me give you a quick warning. If you ever met an African or a Haitian or a Caribbean, if they say stuff like this, here's a red flag. I was born here. That's typical illegal immigrant talk for I snuck my ass in this motherfucker.
In this motherfucker.
He
At least
said
I'm
I
not
was
chasing
born
fucking
here.
buffalo, man.
He didn't say I'm American or whatever. He said I was born here, nigga. I've met niggas with accents. Very
Oh my
good.
God,
I was born here. I'm like, where'd you get your accent from, nigga? If you're born here, what's that?
Let's show him a
What's that?
passport.
This nigga's a grown ass man. He's saying he was born here. I'm like, you're 40. You were not born here, nigga. Come on. Jerry, that was tantamount to a confession of being an illegal immigrant. What do you mean you were born here?
He's an illegal immigrant?
Yes.
Nope, I'm not. But whatever. He likes to play around like this.
No, I'm not saying it's confirmed. I'm not saying you told me in a hangout secretly. It's not like you've told me that you were having, problems with immigration or anything.
No.
It's all joking, Sam.
No, by the way, I am joking with that, in case anyone's stupid enough to be like, oh my God.
You have to preface that, because people really do believe you're serious sometimes.
It's a joke. It's a joke. I repeat, it was a joke. Jerry is not an illegal immigrant. Okay, moving on. It's just that statement is a red flag. I know illegal motherfuckers will say I was born here, nigga. So I'm just saying, when you say that term, just know that a lot of people who say that term are lying motherfuckers. Them niggas snuck the fuck in. Which is cool. But if you're from Haiti, you don't have a leg to stand on. I've heard your language, nigga. Because you're trying to insult the cliques.
Can
by the way,
say I love you?
we don't all click. Prince, shut up. Who the fuck, yo? Why you dissing Arab niggas, yo? Yo, this nigga's dissing Arab niggas. Yo, who's dissing the Arab niggas though?
Yo, is that the comment section? Let me go check the comments.
Usually when people wanna like insult an African dialect, they use the clicks. But when they do what Lamar just did, that's usually to insult like Arab people.
Well, what did Lamar do?
He did the typical, you know, when people are trying to do like a imitate, like a impression of like an Arabic guy, and they're trying to take the mic. That thing they do when they say, oh, you know that thing they do. He just did that, and I'm like, no. Usually when people want to like do like a pseudo African dialect, they do the clicks. Even though only a couple of us click, we don't all click. Not every African dialect is a click. You know, there's hundreds of languages in Africa, mind you. So, out of all those hundreds, how many do you think? The fuck is that? Yo, that's Jerry's house. That's Jerry's house.
Yeah. Whose house is it?
That was
Yo, dumbass. Was
that William? Was that Jerry or
William?
Yo, William, what language are they talking over there? I thought you were Caribbean. Here. Them niggas speaking patois?
The niggas say patois.
Yeah, what does that sound like?
We're going to do it, man.
William's a funny guy, man.
Whoa.
He muted me.
Why is Prince always the victim of the muting?
What y'all figure out? What kind of bad I got $100 now.
I'm not the one guy who never mutes Prince, because I think Prince is a user.
Charles, you want to know why I can't imagine you putting hands on anyone? I'm seeing you with your sweater shirts, we're seeing you wearing sweaters. I'm like, oh,
the Christmas Goodwill sweater.
Yeah. Oh, so you think I've always dressed like that?
Yes.
Yeah.
Prince is saying yes, even though he knows that's not the truth. What's wrong with you?
We're not saying
Which is kind of haircuts you be having.
My body.
You be having like taper fades.
He's like, Daddy, can you please cut my hair?
I'm a Mohican, actually.
Mohican.
Yeah. Or do you guys put it a Mohegan in American?
I don't know what they call it here.
You guys call it a Mohawk or some shit? I think y'all niggas say Mohawk. Yeah, y'all niggas say Mohawk. We say Mohican. Because I think I remember Mr. T had the advert. I'm Mr. T and I'm a night elf Mohawk. Yeah, it's Mohawk. Yeah, I think in America they say Mohawk. Yeah, I got Mohican at the moment.
Yeah,
I'm a night elf Mohawk.
You don't remember?
I'm a night elf Mohawk.
Yeah, you don't remember the advert?
Yeah, I remember the World of Warcraft.
Yeah. I miss Mr. T. That guy was funny. Didn't he become a preacher?
I don't fucking know.
No, yeah. He became a televangelist for a while. I don't know if that stuck, because I remember seeing the YouTube video and not being able to take it seriously. I was like, what the frick? I wouldn't be able to get some prayer on to Mr. T. I'm sorry. I just wouldn't feel legit. I'll just start laughing.
Kind of how I would feel if you were trying to be threatening.
Look, Jerry, everyone has a past.
I really can't imagine it.
I know you served like 5 years for some shit.
No, I'm not criminal. I'm a nice dude.
Yo, this nigga was born with jail clothes on.
But you beat
him. You said you want to go to South Missouri and hurt somebody.
And then you actually went and you beat up Trayvon.
Look, on Jerry's birth certificate, they got his prisoner number. They don't even have his name.
Oh shit!
Yo, at least I'm not a lolicon. That's you.
When he was born, they charged him with attempted robbery.
Who's a lolicon?
Charles, man.
I'm not a lolicon. Wait a minute, I'm not a lolicon. I already said this many times. Prince has been there. You've been there. My thirst is strictly ethical. Nothing unethical is involved in my thirst. No one should be harmed.
That sounds like something a pedophile would say, though.
What do you mean? My thirst has to not degrade, harm, or...
But I have a question, Charles.
What?
I have a question, Charles. Long pauses, man.
Aren't they banning hentai in Japan?
Oh, hentai, I don't care about hentai.
Are they banning?
No,
they're not banning hentai.
They put a clause that's why they got so many dislikes on that video. It's not hentai that's banned. Here's the shocker. It's taken them this long to ban actual child pornography in Japan. Actual. Like, that's crazy. Like, what? What do you mean? It's taking you this long? So I think that's where the confusion came from. Because I think a lot of people who watch the video presume that was already been a thing. You presume it's illegal everywhere. Then you realize, oh fucking damn, it's not. But they put a clause in there where it doesn't affect anime and manga. So you will still get your lollies if that kind of thing.
You're not into it.
Wait a minute, Jerry. Where do you think I'm a Why would you think I'm a lolicon? You've
You
seen
have the prototypical look.
You've never seen even once me post a lolly, and I'm always complaining.
What's wrong with lolly anyway?
No, and I'm always complaining. Oh, it's weird. Like the thing has. I gotta have meat.
Nothing wrong with Shota either.
No, there's gotta be meat. I don't even know what Shota is. There's gotta be meat on the bones. No, there's got to be. There has to be.
No, it doesn't.
I like them thick. Why would you want a stick? What is the point? You
ever notice in like, well, I don't know if you ever watched a lolicon hentai, but when the sex scenes come around, they like automatically, like magically grow a woman's body for some reason.
I think for legal reasons, because otherwise that'd be mad awkward. Don't you think? I think that could be. Oh, wait a minute. That doesn't make any sense.
Like they magically grow full-size tits.
You've just found like the biggest plot hole in like hentai. Because I think you're correct. Let me look back.
You know for sure, man. This dude's trying to play it off.
What do you mean play it off? Play what off?
That you don't watch out lolicon shit.
I don't. I watch tentacle shit.
Of course you would.
I watch Futanari.
Wait, yeah, that too. See, listen. Prince, my nigga.
Wait a minute.
Yo, Prince, I forgot to give you props. What was the name of that series you linked me?
I forgot. I think it was Futanari or something.
That's cool, yo, that shit's hot.
But no, but why? I can't watch that.
Yo, but here's the thing about that series that was crazy. One had like a 3-foot long member, yo. God damn.
What's Futanari?
Yo, they
doesn't know what Futanari is.
They impaled one chick. Like, oh my God. This nigga pretending like he don't know. Look who's playing it off now.
No, I swear I don't know.
You said you were thirsty and you don't know like one of the most popular genres of hentai.
Is Futanari like really fat?
This genre is more popular.
You could say that.
Look, Prince, isn't Futanari like more popular than like Tentacle and Loli?
Read that. Gold, just read
Yo,
that.
and then you're trying to say
that's what Bible Black has.
You're into hermaphrodites, man.
Basically, yeah, that's Futanari.
I don't know how someone could get into that, dude.
It's hard, yo.
It's easy.
I just told you. It's disgusting.
It's you would be surprised, yo. Futanari is like my favorite genre.
They were
does not make you gay.
It kind of does.
No, it doesn't. They're female.
That makes you gay.
They're male.
Prince, are anyone in Futanari ever masculine? They're all feminine as fuck. It just happens to have
that doesn't matter.
It has to be. Has to be a female.
Yo, in that one chick was kawaii as fuck. Her member was like 4 foot long. I'm like, God damn. It didn't match, did it? Like, she's all cute.
Talking about the blonde one?
The one who had that shit covered up with like tape, but then that shit grew.
Lamar, when are you gonna?
I'm surprised Bushido Spirit never reviewed that one. That one's hot. Maybe Bushido Spirit.
I'm not gonna end this.
Yeah.
Wait a minute. Has Bushido Spirit ever reviewed a Futanari hentai? Maybe he's not into it.
I just found out about him like a
I'll be back.
couple days ago.
Yeah, I don't think he has. Maybe he's not into Futanari. I think people who are uncomfortable get scared off by Futanari. If you're very comfortable with yourself, you're not gonna get scared off.
The first hentai I watched had Futanari in it.
Yeah. No, but you know how some people are overly
Bible Black was a classic.
Yeah, but you know how some people are overly touchy. Oh my God, that's gay, it's gay. I think those people are very uncomfortable.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So, because what are you so scared of? You know what you are. So why are you all like shook? You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
It's not like we're saying, you know, if it was like 3D, like legit shit, then I understand your misgivings. But it's hentai, goddammit. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You guys, shit, right? In a hentai, it's cool, but when it's legit, it creeps me out.
Alright, you guys, I want to end the live stream.
You better not.
Okay. No, you can end the live stream, but the hangout will continue anyway. So we can end that. We can end the live stream.
You're so damn ugly, man.
Yeah, I'm gonna end this.
Jerry, fuck out of here, ugly. To catch a predator ass. We know about
you, dude.
We know about them 14-year-olds, Jerry. Don't make me stop.
I have feet.
Yeah, I know. See, he admitted
it. No, not feet. Not feet.
He says he has feet.
Can I end the live stream first? You guys going on each other?
Well, I don't think anything needs to be said. Bye-bye. Blitzkrieg 940.
I just want to do alright.
The keys are sleeping.
Me doing. Okay, alright. You guys, thank you for watching. For everybody that tuned in. Negro, do you want me to kick you out?
Oh, my dick.
I'm still alive.
Caramelized nipples getting stroked in the moon.
Let me do this. Alright. Everybody, thank you for watching. We appreciate it. I'm making my next video about the contest I'm entering in and the whole explanation of why. Love you guys. Rate, comment, subscribe. Thank you for watching. Have a blessed day. And Jim, I banged your wife. That pussy was
Lamar, come on.
That's a piece of shit move.
Lamar, we've discussed this. Don't do that. Again, Lamar's comments are his own. I do not condone them or support them.
I condone them.
But that's you. You're cool.
I'm Prince, and I approve this message.
Why are you doing an Obama impression?
Obama's
sir?
Copyright. Copyright.
I know.
Why are we still live?
Lamar.
End the damn stream.
You left.
Lamar left.
But we're still live.
You know what? Fuck it. Let's give this channel a copyright strike.
No, fuck that shit, nigga. Lamar, we're still live.
What's the most copyrighted